Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, find a location near you, now.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Craving comfort fresh food made from scratch daily? Check out Aspen Creek Grill. Located across from Hamilton Town Center and beside the Holiday Inn, we offer family farm-raised premium Black Agnes steaks hand-cut daily, creamy pastas, salmon chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Start with our famous powwow shrimp appetizer and don't miss our refreshing drinks. Family-friendly or a great night out with friends. Aspen Creek Grill. Aspen Creek Grill, Noblesville. Call 317-559-3300.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
All I ever wanted was to feel loved. He said he loved me. My friends told me it wasn't a big deal. They thought he was so cool. But they didn't know what he wanted me to do.
All I ever wanted was to feel loved. You have no idea the kind of pressure I felt to take things to the next level. Things were moving so fast. I was basically the only person in the freshman class who hadn't done it yet. So, we did.
I loved him.
I thought she loved me.
My health class had CPR at school. I stayed after class to talk with the instructor about it. They showed me that it didn't have to be that way.
They showed me that I get to make my own choices.
There is another way.
That's the best thing CPR gives you. Another way. A better way.
A healthy way. Sometimes you don't see it because you're in your own world, but they don't make you feel bad. They talk to you like a real person, and they save kids from really unhealthy decisions. They tell the truth, and they know what they're talking about. So yeah, my life was different. I started to choose the better way.
I honestly don't know where I'd be or what I'd be doing had it not been for CPR.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, final location near you, now.
Hey conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come on, get your head out of your sacks. We're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Guerin Catholic High School as we bring you doubleheader basketball tonight. It's Indianapolis Ritter and Guerin Catholic. Our girls game first. That'll be followed by our boys contest coming up. Ritter at 0-5 coming into this one tonight. Guerin Catholic is at 1-4. Tonight's game brought to you in part by IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences. Begin your journey today. Also by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Burtner Electric, serving greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation, we do it all. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, serving our customers and the community since 1955. Troy Nargowski along with Tony Donahue, great to have you with us. We have two games for you tonight. This early game has two teams, Tony, that are kind of struggling at the beginning of the year. Points really have not come easy for either one of these two teams, so something really has to give in this one.
Yeah, you don't want to sleepwalk coming off your little Thanksgiving break. You probably had a few days off. Yeah, you played earlier in the week, but a couple days to kind of hang out with your family, kind of reset. But yeah, points will be of the premium here this afternoon. And that makes you want to look for high percentage shots. That makes you want to run some ball screens, get down court, and get some of those high percentage shots inside the paint. That's going to be the ultimate that wins this game.
Well, when you look at both teams and how they have struggled a little bit, let's talk about Ritter first and Joe Sandifer in his second season, looking for his 8th win in the 2 years. They only scored 24 against Connersville, 31 against Southport. All these are losses, by the way. 24 to Speedway, 26 when they lost to their 4th game, and then they lose to Brebeuf, and they only scored 20. And so you look at right there, the numbers are going the wrong way, but Brebeuf a pretty good basketball team.
Yeah, and if I'm Cardinal Ritter, I'm slowing the tempo down early. I'm going to try to get Guerin Catholic off of their rhythm. They're going to try to shoot some threes early. Guerin will on the offensive side, and you got to control the glass. Look, if you're Cardinal Ritter, you can't give Guerin Catholic second chance opportunities. You got to control that glass on both sides. Try to slow the pace down and get to the free throw line early. How do you do that? You drive the lane, pump fakes, set some screens. Try to get some high percentage shots where you get fouled in the lane, you get to the free throw line, and then you got to convert when you get there.
And by the way, this Guerin team has gone through some injury issues, and we weren't really sure coming in who was going to start, who was going to play, because their roster had been down to their main varsity players, and then they expanded it to bring in a few JV players. We do know who's going to start now, but bottom line is they didn't have everybody ready necessarily for tonight's game.
And two pretty young teams. You've got both teams having 3 seniors on their roster, right? So you want those seniors to lead, but you're going to get a lot of experience if you're a junior or sophomore and underclassman here, not only tonight but throughout the entire season, because you don't have that leadership on the senior level. You only have 3 of them on both sides, so a lot of players learning here on the fly, and we'll see how that pans out tonight. But again, get to the free throw line, stay out of foul trouble, and I think if you're Cardinal Ritter, you want to set the tempo here a little bit earlier, slow it down a little bit, and again, look for those high percentage shots and clean the glass.
You know, Guerin does have some size, though, to deal with tonight, especially for them. I mean, they got Megan Cobb at 5'10", Annie Murphy's at 5'10", you have Ava Bills at 5'8", and Caitlin Sharp at 5'8". I would imagine from a size standpoint, they might have a little bit of an advantage.
You know, we learned this when we were 7, 8 years old playing basketball. You got to box out, and that's going to be certainly key here because you have a lot of tall players for Guerin Catholic. As you just mentioned, you've got some 5'11s, a couple 5'10s, and they're going to attack the glass. They're going to attack the glass on those shots and try to get second chance opportunities. So if Cardinal Ritter can eliminate those second chance opportunities, they'll have a shot here this afternoon. But if you're Guerin, you get out and push, and you look to attack the rim early and often this evening.
You know what is amazing before we take a break is we're already into week number 4 of the girls' season, and by next week, things will start to pick up, and then we get the Christmas break. But by Christmas break, they're about halfway done.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, and it seems like it's going quick, but you're a month into this, so you've developed habits. You know who you are as a team. How do you adjust on the fly throughout the next couple of months? These are those grinded out months, right? December, you're not seeing the daylight. You're practicing in the morning, conditioning in the afternoon. You're not seeing much daylight, so it'll be interesting to see here tonight who can get up and down the court quickest.
We will come back. The starting lineups are coming up, and the tip-off of our first of 2 here tonight from Guerin Catholic. 1-4 Guerin Catholic, 0-5 Ritter. Coming up next right here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event. big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here once again at Guerin Catholic High School, getting set for this girls matchup, and it's time for the starting lineups here this evening. We'll go to our public address announcer. Starting lineups for both teams here tonight, ready to get this one underway. Ritter will be in their traveling black, Guerin Catholic in their home whites. Boys and girls doubleheader here, and as we will be into our end of our first week of boys basketball. We're ready to go. Guerin will jump it up in the middle as Megan Cobb at 5'10". Against Annie Murphy, and the tip will be one. It'll be Guerin basketball.
Very young team here for Cardinal Ritter. Let's see how they adjust here early. A bigger team on the other side for Guerin. Again, key here tonight, attack that glass, get second chance opportunities.
See Ritter opening up in a zone 3 from the corner is going to be missed as Sharp can't get it to go, but an offensive rebound. Another 3 on the way, rims in and out. Murphy can't get it. Well, there's already 2 offensive boards.
Yeah, we talked about how much Guerin loves to shoot to 3. They're going to call for a travel out here in the corner. But again, we talked about how much Guerin Catholic loves to shoot to 3. First possession, 2 three balls and back-to-back rebounds. That's 3 offensive rebounds in the very first possession. So if you're Cardinal Ritter on the defensive side of the basketball, you're going to have to get into somebody, push them back, and get those boards.
By the way, Macy Dill, number 11, just a freshman. How much you want to go after her, huh?
Yeah, I think you want to look at on the defensive side for Guerin Catholic, setting up some pressure, setting up some double teams, maybe even going into an adjustment of a zone here throughout the first half to try to make her make some of those decisions. I mean, a freshman, she hasn't been out here too much. See if she can make 23, yes.
Drive, basket, good.
Yeah, we got a screen set there, which can lead to amazing things when you're going downhill and leads to the layup.
Stubblefield all 4 points now for Ritter. You know, one thing about it, too, is that shot's off the mark. When you're ahead by 21, 23 points, and the pressure's really not there, you can shoot a whole lot better. At least it feels that way.
You know, I often was a 20 and 20 guy at my high school. I'd only come in when we were up or down 20, so I would shoot all the threes I wanted, and trust me, there was no pressure because that game was about already decided.
Well, I'm glad somebody on this broadcast was a 20-20 guy.
Yeah, I once I remember coming in one time to shoot free throws. I hadn't played all game, just to shoot free throws in a close game. That's when it gets pressure packed, right? Because you're sitting there cold on the bench all evening, and then all of a sudden, let's shoot some free throws.
Yeah. Tony, what are you doing down there, buddy?
Yeah. Oh man, I was wondering what I was going to put on my hot dog after the game. But again, look at this. You know, Ritter, a lot of outside the arc shots that are low percentage, and a lot of offense from the three-point line in. How many times we haven't seen them very often go down inside of the paint to try to find, and both of their buckets, Troy, are inside of the paint after a screen was set. If they would do that, they could probably cut into this lead a little bit, also by eliminating the offensive rebounds.
Half-court set here for Guerin. Shot rims in and out. As Haynes can't get it to go, we have a jump ball, and it will go back to Ritter.
Yeah, I think if you're Ritter here, you know, you kind of reset on the out of bounds. Take your time, but try to work it in. Try to run some back screens. Try to run maybe a double screen at some point. But again, a lot of just standing around here.
Yeah, and you don't have a lot of good shooters, and so what you're saying too, you're going to have to get to the basket more often.
Yeah, and if Stubblefield's your girl that you're going to rely on to get your points, let's go set some screens for her. Let's get her the ball in open space, trying to, you know, get inside of that in the rim, and these are just heaves. These are just step back heaves that lead to fast break opportunities, fast break points, as she fails to convert there. But again, we've seen so many bad percentage shots from the outside that have led to fast breaks for Guerin Catholic here in this first half.
That is Stubblefield getting the quick 5 count there by the far side official. Off the mark by Small. It goes out of bounds. We'll have more changes both ways.
Yeah, I mean, there's teaching moments. You know, it's still early in the season, but, you know, as a player, you look up at the scoreboard, you're down 21, so you want to start throwing up some threes that are pressured. But when a girl's coming towards you from the three-point line, it's a great opportunity to pump fake, get that girl in the air, drive right by for a more high percentage basket or high percentage look.
Almost halfway through the second period. Murphy thought about the three as you see Ritter back in that 2-3 zone.
Good look at it. Just go all the way. Just go all the way. There you go. She was looking for the foul. Very NBA-esque. Was looking for the foul, looking for the contact, and it leads to a wide open run out and layup. Can't convert it, but again, another offensive rebound that could lead to a second chance three.
I believe that's 10 now.
We are at 10 offensive boards. We'll make it 11 on that one.
Foul against Ritter. They're either going to get Ike or they're going to get 22, which is Tyler. So you're talking about 11 offensive rebounds, 7 turnovers. Mm-hmm. So that's, if my math is correct, 18 negatives. Not going to win, Manny, doing that.
No, you're not. And Guerin's a good team. They're a smart team, as we see the pump fake leads to a layup there. Guerin's a very smart basketball team. If you're Ritter, you're down 23. It's an astronomical amount based on what you played, but having a sense of urgency as we do here, having a sense of urgency and being aggressive just to get to the cup could lead to better things, and what may not bring you back in the game tonight may bring you back in the game another night, or allow you to learn some things for your next opponent. It's a long season, as we know.
27-4, Guerin with a basketball. Back in the lineup, Ike will be in the middle of that 2-3 zone. Try to help in the rebounding department again with 11 offensive rebounds. Now for Guerin.
Yeah, this zone that Ritter is playing, you can play this, but you got to have communication. You know, when a girl slips the baseline, you got to let somebody know. When there's a screen like we just saw, you've got to say, hey, get through this screen coming. And we just haven't seen that communication on Cardinal Ritter's side.
Shot the other way is off the mark as Stubblefield tried to get her 6th point. A lot of contact underneath, and that'll go against Ritter.
I think if you're Stubblefield, look, you're obviously the girl that is relied on to score and put up shots, but the step back James Harden looking threes aren't going to get you anywhere here or the remainder of the season. So it's a great teaching opportunity to say, hey, let's pump fake that basketball and drive to the lane, and let's get to the free throw line. Guerin Catholic has only been called for 3 fouls, and all 3 of those fouls came on the outset here, and those are all in the first quarter. So they become a little bit more disciplined on how they guard defensively. So if you're the Raiders, drive the lane, try to get some fouls, try to get some high percentage looks.
You know what hurts that, too? There's another offensive rebound put back good by Bills.
12 offensive rebounds, and it's been the Bills and Cobb show here in the first half.
Stubblefield, by the way, leaving the ball game with the 2 fouls, so there goes your leading scorer. And there is turnover number 8. Guerin working against that 2-3 zone once again, but so far it hasn't stopped them from scoring 30 so far here in the first half.
Great move there by Haynes, just can't finish, but a great pump fake, get a high percentage look, just couldn't convert off the glass.
By the way, Reagan Haynes, a 5'10 sophomore. As you mentioned earlier, they're pretty young.
Yeah.
Another shot off the mark there by Evelyn Buck.
Very jump shot happy is Cardinal Ritter. Very jump shot happy, forcing shots. If you would just set some screens and just play motion. I mean, if you just every pickup basketball game you play motion, you screen away. But they're giving too many opportunities on the second chance here for Guerin. And again, Guerin's getting a lot of high percentage looks right as we just see right in front of us there.
13 offensive rebounds, Megan Cobb.
Yeah, 13 of them. 13 offensive rebounds, 32 points, 18 of those off of second chance opportunities. So this is how you want to draw it up clearly if you're Guerin.
Foul will be called against Haynes. That'll be her first. And by the way, that is now Cobb with 13 points.
Yeah, both teams now have fouled 5 and 4 times. So with a minute 14 to go, I think if you're Cardinal Ritter, you just want to play a disciplined final minute here, get a couple points on the board, you would hope. And it all starts right here on an out of bounds play. It's a catch and shoot offense for them, and unfortunately, there's been many chances to catch and shoot. They just haven't fallen for them because they're not high percentage shots. If you take that catch and shoot mentality out and you take the pump fake, drive the lane mentality in, you'll have a lot better opportunities to put points on the board.
Evelyn Buck at the line, misses the free throw. That last foul was called against Megan Cobb, her first. Into the lineup will be Caitlin Sharp once again. Second free throw now by Buck. In the lineup now, Stella Campbell for Ritter.
So Guerin getting a little bit of a breather for some of their starters. I think we have a freshman in there now, but getting some opportunity here late in the first half to get some fresh legs out there to finish out this final minute.
3 in the corner is missed by Murphy. There's another offensive rebound.
14 of them. I don't care if you're playing 5-year-old basketball, you're playing basketball on your Little Tyke Super in the NBA. You take 14 offensive rebounds in the first half any day of the week.
Now put into perspective how many more possessions you get a chance to score. Ritter under 30 seconds to go. Unable to hit the shot from the outside. Rebound and the foul in the backcourt. That'll go against Maddie Roberts.
One of the first times, though, for Cardinal Ritter, we've seen the pump fake and drive. Just you can't do that so deep into the corner there with another player right in front of you. So you just got to spread it out a little bit and set some screens.
So Guerin play for one. There is Murphy, the jumper, missed it. A little quick on the shot, 7 seconds remaining. 1 second to go, and a foul with .1 on the clock. How about that? Huh?
I like the aggression, though. You know, you've got not a lot of time. Had a chance to kick it out for a three. The decision was made by Small to keep it, drive the lane, and she gets a foul, so she'll go to the line with an opportunity here.
Cobb will pick up her second. Small again at the line. First free throw is no good. They have shot 3 and missed all 3. There will not be a final possession. 1 tick on the clock, or .1 on the clock, not enough to do anything. Second free throw is no good, and that's going to end the first half. It has been all Guerin Catholic here in this first half of play, and the one thing that you pointed out at the beginning of the game, the one thing that Ritter was going to have to do, first off, they got to quit turning the ball over, but if they don't rebound, they're going to be in really big trouble. They're playing that zone because they know they don't rebound very well, but the zone's not helping them either.
Yeah, and Guerin's a team that we know loves to shoot the three. We saw, at least upward of 10 to 12 three-point attempts here into the first half, which leads to long rebounds, which Guerin Catholic has controlled the offensive rebounding side of the basketball with 14 rebounds. And they've really not allowed Cardinal Ritter to get into any kind of offensive rhythm, and has forced the Lady Raiders into multiple outside shots, not high percentage shots from the outside. So, it's been all Guerin Catholic, which is obvious the scoreboard 32-4 right now. But Guerin doing a great job of finding a rhythm early, establishing what they want to do as far as shooting the threes, but also doing a great job of attacking that offensive glass. If you want a silver lining before we take a break, Ritter held Guerin Catholic to just 10 points in that second quarter. Halftime score 32-4. We'll come back with that halftime report. Second half action right around the corner right here on IndianaSRN.
The Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles have 2 new sponsors for their webcast this year. Tommy McScarry with Berkshire Hathaway and Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group.
I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari, and any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar. Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I'm seeing mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes, in this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
Mary. Welcome to Guerin Catholic High School. Many people believe that we're just like any other school, but I'm here today to show you that we're not. At Guerin Catholic, we are family. Now I know that sounds crazy, right? How can a school be like a family? Well, it all starts with St. Theodore Guerin herself. Her charisms inspire us every day. She's been praying for us since before the school was built, before we were even born. On one of her many resting places, it says, "I sleep, but I watch over the house that I have built." As a student, it's so inspiring to know that we have our own saint in heaven praying for us every day. But if you really want to understand what Guerin Catholic's all about, there's a lot more you need to know about us, starting with who we are. Mother Guerin also has some advice for the teachers. She says, love the children first, then teach them. It is these wise words that inspires our teachers to motivate students and look for the best ways to meet each student where they are. You might think with all this love, academics might not be important, but there is nothing further from the truth. It is because of our faith in seeking the truth that we aspire to know all that we can know. But we can't stop there. We have to know how to think about the knowledge in order to make a difference in the world. Whether you need a little extra help or you're ready to be challenged with an international baccalaureate diploma or anything in between, there is a place for you at Guerin Catholic. But we're not just about academics around here. At Guerin Catholic, we are well-rounded. There are so many ways for you to get involved. Obviously, we have sports. We have 21 athletic teams, including swimming. And if you don't play a sport, we're all about supporting those that do. Our student sections are so much fun. We are spirited. And we also have 43 clubs. So if you don't see anything you like, you can start another one. We also have band, choir, orchestra, and theater. We are involved. At Guerin Catholic, there are so many ways for you to discover and use the gifts that God has given you. We are creative. Getting involved in these activities is not just about having fun. It's also about developing skills that help you become a great leader and providing opportunities for you to lead. At Guerin Catholic, we are leaders. Another great way for you to grow as a leader is through service opportunities. There are so many ways for you to share your gifts with others. Mother Guerin says, you will be happy yourself in making others happy. That's what service is all about. By connecting to local organizations or through mission trips, you'll have plenty of opportunities to serve. At Guerin Catholic, we are compassionate. There are so many opportunities to travel at Guerin Catholic, from mission trips to Costa Rica to performing in New York City. We are explorers. You will find the Guerin Catholic community all around the world, working, singing, and learning, all to get closer to Christ. Here we are at our chapel. This is where I leave you. But as you think about your future, I'll give you one last piece of advice from Mother Guerin. Do not give way to uneasiness about the future. Place yourself gently into the hands of Providence.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Industrial Sales Associates. They've been an electromechanical component manufacturer's representative for Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, and Eastern Tennessee for many years. They say good luck to all our teams during this winter sports season. If you need more information, give them a call at 317-546-1900. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Aspen Creek Grill. Feel like treating someone special to a delicious meal from Aspen Creek Grill? Next time you come in for dinner, make sure you buy some gift cards to share with friends this holiday season. Aspen Creek Grill has great food. Make sure you try their powwow shrimp. Aspen Creek, located in Noblesville. And by Ref Reps, designed in partnership with numerous state high school associations. They help officials to hone their skills and promote unity in the officiating world. Ref Reps is for the new official as well as the seasoned veteran. Make sure if you need more information, contact them at refreps.com. And by the way, I always want to let you know, if you like what you see here on IndianaSRN, you can email coach at IndianaSRN.org. If you'd like to help get more student athletes on the air, you can also go to our website, IndianaSRN.org, and hit the donate button on the screen. IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. I think that this is a pretty easy look at the second half. I think it's over at this point, but if you're Ritter, you're going to try to find something positive now in these final 16 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't simulate games during the week, right? You can only play games, and in a practice session you can stop everything and have teaching moments and you learn as you go. Here you kind of learn on the fly because you can't stop the game. So if you're Ritter, I think you just want to work on some better offensive sets, get some better looks, drive the lane, get some inside positioning.
Good opening set there for Guerin Catholic as Murphy gets the bucket, and a full timeout already called by Ritter. We'll take a break as well. 34-4, Guerin on top.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tony Joe Sandifer not happy with his team in that score.
You know, Guerin's offense relies on those back screens, those blind type screens, and you've got to have communication on both sides of the basketball. Really, for Ritter, we haven't seen that at all in the first half. If this team would just communicate a little bit better and stay a little bit patient on that offensive end, use that pump fake to look, everything right now is outside of the three-point line. Outside of the three-point line. Let's look down low. Outside of the three-point line. Every pass, and it leads to either a steal or a forced long jump shot that, as we can tell by the scoreboard of 34-4, hasn't really worked out in their favor.
Well, they've worked it around the perimeter a lot here in this possession and really haven't even had a look at the basket.
I mean, it's all perimeter, Troy. It's and then forced 3-pointers as we see here, and you know, there's no shot clock. Okay, you don't have to force yourself into jump shots. You don't have to force yourself into contested shots that are very low percentage, and that seems what they've been shooting here throughout this entire game.
4th turnover there by Guerin. Here's another shot that's going to fall way short, and it goes out of bounds eventually. Well, you know as well as anybody that a lot of teams, if something's not working offensively, you do just settle. Just might as well shoot it. Nothing else is working. So
yeah, and you become so one-dimensional when you passing around the perimeter. You're not looking inside. You're not running sets. You're not setting screens. A couple down screens per possession for Ritter could really open up a few lanes to at least get a better look at a shot.
Shot missed it the other way by Megan Cobb. There's a nice drive basket, good by Stubblefield.
Yeah, and Stubblefield, as we know, is going to be the majority of their offense. I believe, Troy, she has all 6 points. But at some point, if I'm her, I just say, you know what, we're down big. I'm just going to take it myself and try to put some numbers up by getting to the basket.
In the lane, that was Cobb, the kick out. Murphy for three, missed everything. Offensive rebound, put back, this time by Haynes.
We know Murphy likes to shoot the three. She's already hoisted 6 of them here this evening, but a lot of offensive rebounds make it 15 offensive rebounds now, and yet another second chance opportunity.
Yeah, Murphy, those had some good looks, so hasn't she?
Yeah, she has, and you know, you got to convert them. They've been good looks. I believe she's 1 of 6 from the three-point line, if not mistaken. So you just, you know, in a game like right now when you're up 30, does it really matter that much? Probably not. But in some of these close games that you're going to get into when it starts coming down to later in the season, when it starts coming down to conference play, you're going to have to convert on those.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jack's Donuts. Jack's has great donuts made and served fresh every day, plus great tasting coffee. Make sure you stop by Jack's Donuts at 9105 East 56th Street or a Jack's in your neighborhood. Jack's Donuts, the official donut of IndianaSRN. I bet you didn't know we had an official donut.
Well, the owner, Lee Markham, is a great guy, huge Pacer fan, huge supporter of all different disciplines of basketball around the Circle City. So he's going to owe me a chocolate milk and a nice donut next time we run into each other at a Jack's. I like to go to the one downtown, but the one on 56th Street is awesome as well.
After the timeout, Ritter on the inbound. Nice move inside, basket good by Tyler.
Yeah, and look at back-to-back possessions. They get to the cup. They get high percentage looks off the backboard, and it leads to a quick 4-0 run here by Cardinal Ritter, but a quick answer right back.
Yeah, if you're going to press, you better get back as Ava Bills into double figures.
Yeah, I mean, this is the team that can beat you in so many ways. We've seen Bills, we've seen Haynes, we've seen Cobb get buckets. You know, it's a good opportunity to spread out the scoring here when you're up by a margin of 38-8.
Tyler called for the rebounding foul.
Good look at the replay here, just taking it to the lane and very disciplined there. And maybe she's a lefty, but going up with the left hand. So many times we see at this area, this level of basketball, a right-handed player on the left side of the hoop going for a right-handed layup, but they're very disciplined going up with the left hand, finishing it off the glass.
Back to a 30-point lead. Left hand shot off the mark by Haynes. He'll get it back. Layup good by Bills.
16 offensive rebounds, 16 of them.
They haven't had an answer tonight for that rebound at all.
Yeah, and that's a charge. They're not going to call it.
Not at 32.
You know, you look at 22 second chance points, right? Let's say you eliminate half of those. That's 11 points. That's 29-8. You still feel out of it, but at least you're at the point there where you're not allowing them too much. So boxing out is key. It's one of the most basic fundamentals of basketball is finding somebody blocking out and getting that rebound. And I think that's a lesson that'll definitely be taught during practice coming up this week for Coach Sandifer and the Lady Raiders.
First one missed. We'll see Dews come back in for Guerin. Ike back in for Ritter, and also returning to the lineup, Macy Dill, the freshman point guard. Well, there are some things you've seen already for Guerin, and the free throw has not been kind to them tonight.
But the offensive rebound, Troy, surely has.
And I'll tell you what, there was a big foul there on Haynes. They let it go. But, yeah, you're right. What is that, 18, 17?
We are currently at 17 offensive boards.
Near turnover there by Ritter. There it is.
Yeah, and look, you got a freshman point guard. Okay, this is a girl that is good, but she's still learning, and she's playing against girls 3 and 4 years older than her. They're longer, they're taller. That's why the communication has to come in. There has to be screens set. Everybody's just standing around waiting for the basketball on the perimeter. You've got to come up, set screens for your point guard, and try to work in some sort of offensive play calling, play set, and so far they just haven't been able to.
3 from the left wing by Dews is no good. There's another offensive rebound.
18 of them.
Boy, the entry missed there by Cobb.
And I think, too, look, if you're Cardinal Ritter, you've got to say, all right, we know that bringing up the basketball is going to be Macy Dill, right? Let's bring up the basketball and try to work it in the Stubblefield. Even if it becomes a two-woman game, back and forth, running that screen, that can work, but we just haven't seen – we really haven't seen too much team play out of Cardinal Ritter. It's been a lot of individual efforts.
Guerin resetting the offense. It was a little sloppy that time. The entry pass underneath, safe from going out of bounds by Haynes. Here's a three, missed by Hughes again. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back over to Cardinal Ritter. Sharp back in for Guerin. Well, you go back to the 22 points in the opening quarter by Guerin. They scored 10 in the second. They have 8 in this quarter, so at least from a scoring standpoint, they haven't gone off the way they did in the opening quarter.
Here's some ball movement. Let's see if we can see some screens being set. Let's see if we can move some things around. But again, just too much individual dribbling leads to a turnover and a bucket.
Corey Dews, her first 2 points. By the way, 11 turnovers now by Ritter. Go along with the 18 offensive rebounds they've given up here tonight.
Yeah, and again, no sets being ran here.
Here's a three, is no good.
Great rebound there.
That was Tyler with the offensive board off the missed shot. Maddie Roberts, the one who missed the three-point shot, as Savannah Tyler will go to the line for the first time tonight. Foul's going to be on Warman, her second. And that is their first make from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and, you know, look, 10 minutes left in this one, 10-23 with the fourth quarter pending. You're finally going to get to double digits. You know, keeping your emotions in check here. You're still early in the season. You're upset. You're frustrated. Things just aren't going your way, from rebounding to three-point shooting to second chance opportunities. So just kind of staying focused here, keeping a good mental health space is going to be a key here for Cardinal Ritter, and moving forward, communicating on both sides of the ball. Offense, defense, communication is key in basketball. We see it in the NBA and the college level so much. You've got to be almost a second set of eyes for that defender in front of you. So a lot of communication needs to happen here, and we haven't seen that so much with Cardinal Ritter. There's been great communication on the Guerin side of the basketball, a lot of offensive rebounding, a lot of discipline as far as finding good shots.
Ritter being very patient, looking for a three, and got it.
There you go.
There's Small.
I believe that is their first three ball of the afternoon.
Yep. 6 points by Stubblefield, 3 by Tyler, 3 by Small. And we've got some shoving going on. They're going to call a travel there on Ritter. So that'll be the 12th turnover now on Ritter. Off the inbound, basket good. Megan Cobb now has 15. Coming up on 1 minute here in the third. Shot missed by Campbell. Guerin running the floor at the other end. Basket good again. This time Dews now with 4. We have seen a little more positive on the offensive side for Ritter. 7 points in the quarter.
Yeah, so you got 44 seconds on the clock now. This is a good opportunity to maybe slow things down. You probably won't hold for that last shot of the quarter with 44 seconds to go. They've proven they like to get shots off very quickly, but getting a bucket here, you know, having a positive quarter and ending it strong here could lead to some more positives coming in the fourth. There you go. Great move there, which was set up by that last three-pointer.
Small will lose the ball as it goes out of bounds on the shot, so back again to Guerin. See if they'll play for one.
Yeah, I think you do here with a cushion of 34 points. But if they give you a lane to go drive right down, it's hard to pull back and tell her no.
14 now by Ava Bills. So now Ritter may have it for one more. Ball nearly turned over and is. That's number 13 now. And Guerin's going to give it right back. Yep.
And the clock will. It's going to let it run out.
So that'll do it. After 3, it's Guerin on top, 48-12.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. It's a new spot for breakfast or lunch, open Wednesday through Sunday. Try their classic breakfast or their sweet baked goods. They're located in Lawrence, and as always, Coach recommends the Sloppy Joes with extra pickles as a great lunch. Check out Tam's at 6427 Oaklandon Road. For more information, give them a call at 317-760-1640.
You know, I will say this, Troy. We have a lot of sweets and great restaurants for great sponsorship here of IndianaSRN. So we're going to have some samples here in the near future, I'd have to say. Great give and go here, and again, when you play together, you have a chemistry, and you know how to run sets right out of the timeout. A great play call there by Coach Cardinal. Let's come up to the free throw line. Let's set a back screen, backdoor cut, gets in for the layup, misses it, but gets fouled and then converts here on the first free throw.
Foul's going to be called on Maddie Roberts. That is her second.
Jeez.
Ava Bills putting together a solid game now with 15.
Yep.
Make it 16. Boys game will be about 20 minutes following the conclusion of this game.
About enough time to get me a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
It's a travel. I wouldn't have called it if I was the ref, but I guess you have to.
If it's obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's to the point where it's almost carrying the basketball down the floor, you do.
Yeah. Look, it's hard for these officials, right? It's a 38-point game. You still need to call the game as the score was tied.
Murphy, a chance for 4.
So Murphy backing up, knocks down the 3, gets fouled, her second 3 ball of the night, and she'll have a chance to do something very rare in high school basketball, and that's to convert a 4-point play.
Foul called on Macy Dill. That almost looked like you shooting out there a little bit ago.
Well, not on this end. I was 0 for 1 on this end at halftime. I was about 4 of 6 on the other end. But that was wide open with nobody in my face. So great bucket there and a great convert of the 4-point play.
Good news is you're shooting on the right side. I think I picked up a Coke or something, didn't I? Or did we bet on a Coke?
Yeah, no, we'll get you that at in between games here.
In fact, when I was watching you shoot on the left side from where we're located, I missed them all.
Yeah.
I didn't see you hit any of them.
Yeah, no, you must have been looking the other way.
Well, I didn't see you sneak out there first off. So.
Yeah, that's the 3-point game is my game. I won't lie about that. Anything else is whatever happens. Anybody who's ever played pickup basketball with me will tell you I'm more likely to knock down a 3 with somebody in my face than I am a driving layup. So, knowing your limits, I think, is half the battle.
Change here as we'll see Megan Cobb come out. 15 for her. Bills with 16. You have 11 by Murphy.
Yeah, and I think you'll look to kind of clear the bench. You've got a long bench here with some JV players ready to go in, get some experience. Because again, it's getting chippy. It's getting a little bit physical here. late in the fourth quarter, and that is what happens when it's a 54-12 game.
Jump ball will go to Ritter. By the way, it was a good day if you're a Michigan fan. I see a Michigan fan in front of me.
Hey, we're in the state of Indiana. I just wanted to remind you that. Good day to be a Boilermaker. Good 24 hours, 48 hours or so to be a Boilermaker. You get Rutgers in football yesterday, beating Iowa. Purdue basketball last night, big win over Gonzaga, and now leading the Indiana Hoosiers in the Old Oaken Bucket game. And it looks like for the first time in the history of the Big Ten Championship game, Purdue will go to play in downtown Indianapolis against a red-hot national champion-type team in the Michigan Wolverines. I know you're excited about your boys playing about, 2.5 miles from where you live?
Pretty much, yeah.
Great move there. Great power dribble by Haynes. Great use of the window, and I believe that is 8 for her?
10 for her.
10 for her.
Yeah.
So gets her 10th bucket, 10th point, gets her into double figures.
So that makes, if I'm not mistaken, 4 players in double figures for Guerin.
Yeah, and we talked about the load would be spread out a little bit. You've got some scores. You've got some senior leadership here if you're Guerin Catholic. But what a great job tonight of taking charge of the offensive glass. And Troy, it was early on. It was that first possession, right? First possession, couple misses of the 3-ball, rebound, kick out for the 3. First bucket of the game was a 3-ball, and that really set the tempo for this entire contest.
The scoreboard still has the third period up. It's actually the fourth quarter.
You're on the scoreboard, guy. You were on him in the JV game earlier, and you're back on him here.
That's true.
Yep, the graphic is right here on IndianaSRN. Doing a great job, everybody here at Guerin Catholic, and a nice little Saturday afternoon, evening doubleheader for your delight.
16 turnovers now by Ritter.
I can tell you this, Troy. I would have loved to play on this Guerin Catholic team. I mean, everybody's got the green light to shoot the 3 as Haynes puts it in there for her 12th point. Everybody's got the green light to shoot the 3 here, and that's all I ever wanted when I was playing ball.
So it's 58-12. And we might have another turnover. We will.
Great pass, great upward pass to break the pressure and finish.
And the ball goes out of bounds. There's another one. Corey Dews, by the way, scored that last basket. Dana Dews is in the ball game as well. And also coming in now for Ritter will be Alex Sarmiento, a senior.
Yeah, great pass there off the steal. And again, here's Haynes using that power dribble. She's done that multiple times. Uses the glass to her advantage and puts it in.
Changes the other way as we'll see Lucy Collins come in for Guerin. So under the 3-minute mark. Should mention number 11, that is Sarah Jacoby in now for Guerin. By the way, I noticed that Coach Myers is already smack-talking. Bring on Michigan. And he says you play defense.
I definitely don't play defense. He knows that. You know, my nickname in high school was Onahue because there was no D. Well,
I thought they called you the black hole because once the ball went to you, it never came out.
No, but, you know, Larry Bird taught me at a very young age that 3 is better than 2.
That's what I've heard. In the lineup now is Amelia Bedford.
And you can see this for Guerin Catholic. Very well-coached team, top to bottom. You know, you sub in some JV players, and everybody's playing unselfish, making that extra pass, working through their sets to try to get open here. Here's a quick pass down low, finds her girl, and then look, very unselfish play, sealed off, doesn't finish, but again gets to the free throw line and picks up her first points of the day.
Yeah, Sarah Jacoby hits the free throw. Coming into the lineup as well for Guerin will be number 35, and I don't see a 35 unless that's Maddie Kane off the JV. I think it is Maddie Kane. Not on the varsity roster, but is listed on the JV roster. Ball loose out front, and we have a jump ball, and the possession arrow stays right here.
Minute 44 left here. Good opportunity for some of these girls on the JV level to get some varsity time in and just kind of get in front of the home crowd if you're Guerin Catholic.
Nice drive. Reverse layup is almost made by Sarmiento. By the way, I know that you're happy the Boilermakers are winning big now in their game.
Yeah, always a good day when Purdue gets a victory, and we'll come here playing a Big Ten championship game. But looking forward to this second game of this doubleheader, the dessert, so to speak. Should have a good battle on the boys' end here. A Cardinal Ritter team on the boys' varsity side that likes to run and gun, get up and down, push the tempo. And the Guerin team, very similar to this girls' team, loves to make that extra pass to get open from three.
Yeah, they lost the other night, but they were right in that ball game. In fact, at one point in the game that we had, they were up by 14.
Yeah.
And unfortunately ended up losing at Park Tudor.
Park Tudor, tough place to play inside of that new gym, that's for sure.
Yeah, they had quite a crowd there the other night as we're down to our final 23 seconds. Tyler with a rebound, so Guerin is going to win their second game of the year. Ritter will fall to 0-6. Guerin will go to 2-4.
Oh, finish that. One more time. Come on.
In the ball game is Beth.
Pick 6 for Purdue. 31-10 the final.
And that's going to do it for this one here tonight, as Guerin Catholic led from the very start in this one, and they win it 61-12. By the way, Ritter did not score in that final period, but 4 different players score in double figures for Guerin, and just a nice win for them and put some things together. As you said, they ended up with, I think it was 18 or 19 offensive rebounds on the night. That'll play big for them later.
Yeah, Troy, and what we talked about is just kind of getting to your rhythm here early in the game, and that was three-point shooting and attacking the glass, and that's exactly what they did. We saw it from the get-go on that opening possession. 2 missed threes, 3rd offensive rebound, kick out for a bucket, get off to a 3-0 start, and it was all Guerin Catholic cruising to the 61-12 victory here this afternoon, and we've still got one more to go. It's always good when you can show up and have the opportunity to do 2 games.
Here's how the final scoring went. Stubblefield had 6, Tyler with 3, and Small finished with 3 for Indianapolis Ritter. And leading the way for Guerin, 16 points by Ava Bills, 15 by Megan Cobb, 12 points by Reagan Haynes, 11 by Addie Murphy, 6 points by Corey Dews, and a single point by Sarah Jacoby. And on the night, 20 turnovers by Ritter, 6 turnovers by Guerin Catholic. But again, it was the 18 offensive rebounds that probably made the biggest difference in the ball game here tonight.
Yeah, no, it really was. Second chance opportunities will kill you on any basketball court in any gym across the country. So you learn from this if you're Cardinal Ritter so early in the season. Communication, run some sets, but great job by Guerin Catholic. They did exactly what they needed to do. They played great defense. I mean, we talk about them putting up 61 points on the board, but their defense as well, holding Cardinal Ritter to just 12 points, is also very impressive. So it'll be exciting to see what the Golden Eagles can do, not only the remainder of the calendar year, but on through 2023 as well.
Final score, it was Guerin Catholic 61, Indianapolis Ritter 12. Thanks for being with us. Thanks to the entire crew as well. Boys game coming up in about 30 minutes right here on IndianaSRN.
Yeah, so we did the broadcast.
Welcome into Game 2 of the doubleheader here from Guerin Catholic High School. Guerin Catholic welcoming in Cardinal Ritter. The girls' varsity game just wrapped up about 20 minutes ago as we get ready for the tip here in a little under 5 minutes for the boys' varsity basketball game. Tony and Troy here, the TD show here tonight. Troy is very excited about his Michigan Wolverines and their win today, but we got a good one here on the varsity level for high school basketball as Guerin Catholic welcomes in Cardinal Ritter here on IndianaSRN. Want to thank some of our awesome sponsors and supporters here of IndianaSRN, including IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences. Begin your journey today. Also our friends at the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Bertner Electric, serving greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. Also a big thank you and shout out to Piper Logistics. From warehousing to transportation, we do it all. And also our great friends at Reynolds Farm Equipment, serving our customers and the community since 1955. Troy, Cardinal Ritter team that loves to push the tempo, get up and down, but a very lengthy, tall team from Guerin Catholic. We should be in for a good one here this evening.
Yeah, two different styles, and Guerin will run when they can, but we saw them in their recent game against Park Tudor, and they play a really good half-court game, and we'll talk about a couple of their players as we go here tonight. They had a 14-point lead against Park Tudor, ended up losing that contest 70-66. Got a little bit of foul trouble maybe later in the ball game, but they're a very good half-court team. They're going to play defense. They're going to rebound. They got some big bodies inside. So I'll be kind of curious to see how they handle Ritter. Now, Park Tudor ran a little bit in their win the other night, but maybe not as much as what we'll see in Ritter here this evening.
Yeah, still very early on in the season. But again, we saw us in the girls' varsity game before this, and it can be said on any basketball court at any level. You've got to rebound, you've got to control the tempo, and second chance opportunities can either make or break your evening tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We saw that, as you said, in the Ritter game for the girls, that they just did not offense or defensive rebound at all, and they got beat badly in that contest on the boards. But Guerin will. They're a team that will rebound the basketball. I think maybe their best player right now. They don't have Jack Cherry yet. He got hurt in football, so they don't have him in the lineup yet again tonight unless he's ready to go. I haven't seen him out here yet, but they do have Camilla Chandler, a guy who had a 20-plus point ball game in that win against Park Tudor. He can shoot from the outside. He was really instrumental in getting the baskets inside at 5'11" because he was able to get down the lane and score a lot of points there. Then Dylan Moran's young man that's a transfer student out of Avon, a big 6'7" kid, got a little bit of foul trouble in that first half, but he can be a force inside, and certainly got to like the way that Josh Holba plays. 6'3" kid inside that's just big, takes up a lot of space. And then you got Robert Sorensen, a guard who can shoot from the outside. So I think that if Guerin can put everything together, they're going to be a really good basketball team as the season rolls along.
IndianaSRN.org has you covered tonight. Saturday night of hoops from Guerin Catholic High School. The Guerin Catholic Lady Eagles just wrapped up a victory in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up with Guerin Catholic hosting Cardinal Ritter in boys varsity basketball. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
We're back here from Guerin Catholic High School, just moments away from the tip-off of the boys varsity game here. Game 2 of our doubleheader. Guerin Catholic, the Lady Eagles with the victory earlier this afternoon. Tony and Troy with you here from IndianaSRN, Guerin Catholic High School. You know, you mentioned it, these are two teams very early in the season. A lot to still be learned for both teams, but let's talk about turnovers, okay? It's early in the season. You're going to make some mistakes. The team that I think can get into the rhythm early here will have the early advantage.
Yeah, who's disciplined the most? And, again, you're only in game 2 of the year, and there's a lot of basketball to be played. But I think that if you want to set a standard early, you want to cut down on turnovers. You want to do the things that make you a good basketball team. Once you start getting away from that, and I thought Guerin did that a little bit the other night against Park Tudor, got off to a very good start, but then kind of slid away from that, and it ended up costing them. But Bob Allen does a great job of this program, and I think once they get things put together, everybody's in the lineup, and once they get Jack Cherry back, put him in the mix, they're going to be a very deep basketball team.
Yeah, we will walk through the starting lineups for both sides of the basketball here coming up. But you look at some of the size that Guerin Catholic has, 6'7", 6'7", 6'5", 6'4", 6'3". This is a long team, which means there's going to be a lot of rebounding opportunities and a lot of second chance opportunities. I think that's why we'll see Cardinal Ritter get up and run up and down here early in this one.
Well, I think that would be to their advantage to try to make sure they don't play in that half-court game that Guerin wants to. Now, not all of those players are going to play. They didn't play all of them tonight against Park Tudor, but it was Dylan Moran's who really I thought was impressive, because when he decides to rebound, he can shoot from the outside. He can be very good inside and outside throughout the entire night.
Let's look at this. Let's go to the PA announcer for tonight's starting lineups.
Number 15, Mikhail Miller. A 6'3" senior, number 21, Benny Smith. And a 6'5" junior, number 24, Kasayan Stevenson. Head coach for the Cardinal Raiders is Gary Williams. And now, Golden Eagle fans, get on your feet as we introduce tonight's starting lineups for your Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles. A 6-foot junior, number 3, Robert Sorensen. A 5'11" senior, number 10, Camilla Chandler. A 6'3" junior, number 13, Josh Holma. A 6'4" senior, number 14, Lucas Parker. And a 6'7" junior, number 22, Dylan Lawrence. Head coach for the Guerin Catholic High School.
So there's your starting lineups for tonight's game. Bobby Allen's Golden Eagles of Guerin Catholic, led by Robert Sorensen, Kamaya Chandler, Josh Holba, Lucas Parker, and Dylan Morans. On the other side of the basketball, head coach Derek Williams, Dylan Hopp, Xavier Highball, Mikhail Miller, Benny Smith, and Stevenson, the 6'5" junior for the Cardinal Ritter Raiders. They are in their road black uniforms with red numbering. Guerin Catholic in their home white uniforms with purple lettering. Great crowd here from Guerin Catholic High School on the Saturday following Thanksgiving. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving and appreciate you joining us here on IndianaSRN. Troy, I think it's a senior. I think it's a the student section tonight. It's jersey night. I, however, don't see any Michigan jerseys over there.
Oh, what do they know, huh? There is a Celtics jersey over there, though.
Cardinal Ritter controls the tempo. And the tip. Hop has it, the point guard. Dribbles to his left, swings it across over to Smith. Smith, left-handed power dribble up and under. He is blocked at the hoop. And Guerin Catholic quickly putting the pressure on with a quick fast break. They will slow it up a little bit. Sorensen has it. Looks to the point guard, Chandler. Chandler, right-handed dribble. Waits for the set. Back on over to Sorensen. Sorensen looking for some space. Quick pass down low, up and under, and it's good. First bucket of the game goes to Dylan Morans with the right-handed layup.
Yeah, that's what Morans can do, it inside and outside.
Quickly on the other end, Cardinal Ritter pushes it forward. The three ball goes in and out by Highball, and Guerin back under center with the basketball, and this is going to be deflected and off the backboard. So Cardinal Ritter has it on their third possession. High ball screen. Power dribble up under, and it's good for the first points of the evening. And that is Mikhail Miller with his first bucket.
You can see the head coach for Cardinal Ritter Derek Williams trying to get his team up there and try to get him to press a little bit more.
A great job there by Chandler. Power dribbling on the inside, gets the double team, dishes it off, and it's finished by Lucas Parker. By Josh Holba. Josh Holba with his first bucket of the night, and it's 4-2 early here, Guerin.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Holba's so big inside. He takes up so much space, hard to get around him.
Stevenson sets the screen, but it is a turnover. Chandler with the steal, coast to coast with a left-handed layup. He has 4, and it's a quick 6-2 game, and Cardinal Ritter will take a timeout. So Guerin Catholic here, Troy, off to the races early, a couple turnovers leading to quick buckets.
Well, and that's what Chandler does. He plays good basketball at both ends of the floor. We watched him the other night, and I talked about what he could do offensively, and you think he plays bigger than he is. He's 5'11", but he is very, very quick. You saw the steal, transition baskets, and if they want to play fast, they can do it when Chandler's in the ballgame.
Industrial Sales Associates has been an electromechanical component manufacturer's representative for Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, and Eastern Tennessee for years. Good luck to all the teams during this sports season. For more information about us, call Rich at 317-546-1900. Again, Rich, 317-546-1900. So the quick timeout, under 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. As we look back at the highlights here so far, good defensive pressure setting up fast tempo and fast break points and opportunities here for Guerin Catholic.
And what you'll see Guerin do, they're going to do a little zone trap right here. This will slow things down for Ritter, force them to play more full court than just getting into the half court or trying to run.
So full court pressure here from the defense of Guerin Catholic. The Raiders get it across the timeline. It's Smith. Smith goes cross court for the layup. They cut the lead in half. It's now 6-4 here early in favor of Guerin. Chandler with it, right-handed floater off the rim. No good defense, or good defense there by Highball. He corrals the rebound.
You know, you go back to that last defensive effort for Guerin. You talk about communication. Nobody communicated, and that's why he got such an easy basket by Smith.
Smith has it, looks for a quick up and under, tries to go up with it. It's going to go off the backboard. No good as Stevenson drove the lane. It'll be a jump ball, and the possession will will go to Guerin Catholic as we have a substitution for Cardinal Ritter. That's Savion Brown checking in the game, as well as number 15, Mikhail Miller, into the game.
Yeah,
so defense, so full court pressure here, as mentioned, Troy.
I was going to mention Terry Robinson comes in, just a freshman at 6'5", gives Ritter a little more size.
Drive to the lane, kicked back out, and it is an offensive rebound taken off the rim, skies through the air. It's Dylan Morans to put it back in. He's got 4 here early.
Yeah, he is a guy that can get to the rim. We talked about that against Park Tudor, got into foul trouble. If he stays in the game, he is really very good at both ends of the floor.
Brown finds Hop. Hop swings it back over to Smith. Smith, left-handed power dribble. He is double-teamed, kicks it back off the Hop, deflected. Hop has it, back over to Smith. Smith drives to the lane, skies in the air, left-handed layup is good.
Yeah, you would think right now Ritter doesn't feel that comfortable shooting from the outside yet. That's why they're taking it strong to the rim, and that's something, if you can keep Morans in the lane, it's going to be tougher to do, but they got to get him out of there.
Back and forth contest here, 3 minutes gone by. Quick Power dribble to the left side, and Chandler skies it off the glass on the opposite end. Quick fast break here, driving the lane off the window is good. So a quick answer there by Cardinal Ritter on the up and under layup, 10-8, and Guerin Catholic looks for a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout. Back and forth here between Cardinal Ritter and Guerin Catholic. Troy getting that ball out of the rim and taking it deep. It's been back and forth, very fast tempo here so far. Even though Guerin has the lead, this seems to favor the tempo that Cardinal Ritter wants to play.
Well, and if you look at the other side, Coach Allen was not happy with his team when it came to transition defense, and that's why you have all of a sudden 5 new players in the lineup. If you don't want to play defense, you're going to sit next to me.
So substitution here for Guerin Catholic. Ben Grissom checks into the basketball game for the first time. 10-8, 4:21 remaining in the first period. IndianaSRN, Guerin Catholic taking on Cardinal Ritter. Full court pressure here from Cardinal Ritter. Grissom tries to dribble out of it. Back and forth, gets it across the timeline, swings it to House. House dishes it down low, and it'll be a reach-in foul called on Cardinal Ritter, the first foul of the first quarter.
Well, I think your message, again, if you're going to not play defense, you're going to sit next to us. But the one thing about it, these guys that are on the floor right now, got to make sure that you keep this game close early.
Grissom tosses it in to House. House swings it back up top. Deflected right back into the hands of Grissom. Grissom swings it back over to House. House back to Grissom. Down low, looks for a man. It's double team and stolen away by Cardinal Ritter. Mikhail Miller with the steal. He has it. He pushes it. Swings it back to him. Wide open three. In and out. No good. Offensive glass cleaned up, but then deflected. And Guerin Catholic has the basketball. That's Ty Sanders. Sanders swings it to Grissom. Grissom to the left side finds Guerin. Guerin, right-handed dribble. Looks, ball deflected, and it'll be stolen by Terry Robinson. Robinson pushes it forward, finds Miller, and Miller lays it in, and we're tied at 10.
Well, transition defense, big right there for Guerin. They got to get back sooner, but you see Ritter really wants to get down the floor quickly.
So Guerin Catholic picks up that full court pressure, gets it across the timeline. Step back jumper short by Guerin, and it'll be saved, but they'll call him out of bounds, and Cardinal Ritter will have it, looking to take their first lead of the ball game.
Well, one thing you see right here, Tony, is this is a group for Guerin. Their scorers are now on the bench, so they're going to have to find a way to generate some offense here while they get the message and get back into the ball game. But as I said a little bit ago, now they're playing against a lot of speed right here, and that's a little bit different. You can't simulate that in practice.
Hop brings it up, gets it to Miller. Ball is deflected, corralled by Cardinal Ritter. Some sporadic dribbling here. Hop thinks about the three, brings it back out, dishes it over to Miller. Miller swings it. It'll be a 3-ball launch, top of the key. No good that time by Benny Smith, and Guerin Catholic off and running, and that ball is stuffed at the rim. A big block there by Benny Smith.
Now Guerin showing they can run the floor as well with a shorter, quicker team than what they've had with their starters and able to get down the floor. But again, good reaction time getting the block shot.
So Miller will get a rest. Newbout is in. Also checking out for Cardinal Ritter is Benny Smith. Inbound pass comes to the front court. Sanders swings it. He's got a quick drive here on the left side, and it is short. Battle for the rebound is corralled by Cardinal Ritter, and they're off and running with the point guard, Hop. Hop has it. Swings it. Finds high ball. High ball, top of the key, looks for the screen, and it's going to be, looks like a charge. And that'll be a turnover, and it'll go over to Guerin Catholic.
Yeah, they got Hoff on the moving screen. Didn't get set long enough. You're going to set that screen. You got to make sure that you're there for a second or so. The official will get you every time.
10-10, 2:15 to go here in the first period of play. Grissom has it. It is deflected. He goes for it. It is stripped again. Ball on the ground. Hop picks it up for Cardinal Ritter. Swings it to the left side. Dish back over off the bottom of the backboard, and that's going to be a foul on the inside there as Robinson tried to corral the ball off the bottom of the backboard, and Ritter will have the inbound pass here as Highball will take it out. They look for the cross screen, look for Hop. It is thrown up over the top, and it is stolen away. Saved, but goes out of bounds. So great defensive pressure there, Troy, by Ty Sanders.
Yeah, good hustle. Did a great job. And, the one thing you've noticed a little bit right now, I think both teams are playing a little bit faster than they want to.
Yeah.
Be a little more under control right now. You can still play quick, still getting into your offensive sets, but slow things down a little bit.
So both teams on a little bit of a scoring spell here as we are at 10-10. And it's high ball, and it goes off of his foot over to the backcourt, and it's a turnover. Guerin Catholic will take over, checking in 4 different players. It's going to be most of their starters. Lucas Parker back in, Holba back in, Moran's back in, and the starting point guard, Chandler, back in for Guerin Catholic with 1:42 remaining here in the first quarter of play.
Miller comes back in for Ritter as well. So you'll find out now, did your starters get the message?
Yep. Chandler has it, swings it to Sorensen. Sorensen goes up the top to Moran's, but he cannot finish on the alley-oop, and Ritter back the other way.
Boy, I'd love to see him bring that down, power move, get it up strong off the glass.
Smith finds Miller. Miller back up to Smith. Smith looking for a screen. He'll go to the right side, ditches it out. Miller has it, back to Smith. Smith left-handed power dribble, pump fake, kicks it back out, 3 ball in the air. That's good. Ring it up for Savion Brown, his first 3 points of the night. And it's the Raiders with their first lead at 13-10. Guerin Catholic looking for an answer. Chandler under pressure, ball deflected. And boy, I'm telling you what, it is a very aggressive defensive pressure here for Cardinal Ritter. And so far, Guerin Catholic, who hasn't scored over the last 2.5 minutes, kind of finds himself in disarray.
Well, a lot of times when you have that kind of quickness, Tony, you're taking the offensive team out of what they're used to and what their comfort level is, and they're trying to make Guerin play a little faster than they want to.
Parker with the inbound pass to Sorensen. Soren back up top to Chandler. Chandler dribble drive, looking for somebody, kicks it back out to Sorensen. Sorensen left-hand dribble to the left block, finds Holba, back up to the top. That's Chandler. Chandler dribble drive, tries to make something out of nothing, and the ball is stolen down low, and Cardinal Ritter back off to the races. Spin, up and under. They're going to call it no basket on the ground. A blocking call there as Benny Smith, a nice up and under spin move for the scoop and score, but take the points off of the board. It's a foul on Guerin Catholic. That'll be Lucas Parker's first.
Yeah, Parker tried to take the charge right there, but I really liked the aggressiveness of Ritter getting to the basket, trying to force the play.
Quick backdoor screen here, up and under, and he is fouled. So Benny Smith will go to the line for 2. It'll be the first free throws of the night here this evening for Cardinal Ritter.
Yeah, Tony, I think their thought process is we can get these big guys in foul trouble, get them off the floor, makes that lane a lot easier to get down, get some easy baskets. If the outside shot isn't there, you take another look at it right there. Did a great job getting to the hoop.
So Smith to the line, first free throw up and good for Benny Smith. He's got 5 here in the first quarter with 27.1 seconds left in this contest. It's an 8-0 run currently for Cardinal Ritter. As that free throw is good. It's a 9-0 run to push the lead to 15-10. The highest deficit that Guerin Catholic has faced here this evening. Swing out or left side, 3 ball up in the air, no good. Offensive rebound by Holba, swings it. Chandler has it, thinks twice about the 3, back up top. NBA range 3 off the back rim, no good. Holba with the rebound again, kicks it back out. Another offensive rebound, the second of this possession. Chandler has it, drives lefty up and in, it's good. Count it, put him on the line at the and 1.
Well, we talked about Chandler a little bit ago, and this kid can do it all when it comes to driving and scoring. Probably not as proficient from the outside, but when he gets a lane, he's tough to stop. You take another look at it right there. He had 3 black jerseys around him, was still able to score at 5'11".
Shout out to Josh Holba there with 2 offensive rebounds to keep that possession going. As Chandler goes to the line for the and 1, looking to complete the 3-point play with 0.4 of a second remaining here in the first quarter. Free throw around the rim, no good. And that's how the first quarter will come to an end. After 1 from Guerin Catholic, the visiting Cardinal Ritter Raiders with a 15-12 lead. We'll be back right after this. You're watching high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Don't forget to like and follow us on all of our social media channels here on IndianaSRN. We welcome you back to Guerin Catholic High School. Through one quarter of play, Cardinal Ritter 15-12 leaders. They trailed 10-6. So that's a 9-2 run to finish that quarter, and they really made Guerin Catholic Troy play their tempo of basketball, which is get up and down and run.
Well, I think they took advantage of the 5 starters having to sit down for a majority of the time there in that opening period of play, and then when they came back in, Ritter was still able to get to the basket, and I think that's going to be a big key the rest of the way. They want to try to get these bigs out of there and find that open lane.
Savion Brown stays in the game for Cardinal Ritter. He had a 3-point bucket in that first quarter. Quick top here. Benny Smith drives, left-handed dribble drive off the glass, and good. Pushes the lead back to 5. That's the largest lead so far this evening for either side. Chandler has it. Drives the lane off the backboard, no good. Skying for the rebound is Miller. He pushes the tempo, gets it right back up and under, and it is no good on the layup. Rebounded, corralled by Morans. Morans tries to dribble it up, and he is fouled. So we'll have a substitution here for Guerin Catholic as Malcolm Howes will check right back into this game.
Yeah, Miller picked up his second foul. That's a foul you don't want to see that far away from the basket, but they felt they had a trap on the sideline. But Morans at 6'7", though, if you ever watch him in the open court, he can dribble the basketball, so that wasn't going to be an easy trap either way.
So high ball check back into the contest for Cardinal Ritter. Sorensen brings it up for the Eagles of Guerin Catholic. Swings it right side to Melendez. This is his first run of the evening. He swings it back to the left side. Sorensen has it. Dribble drive to the left. Lowers his shoulder. Right-handed layup off the backboard. No good. Offensive rebound by Melendez goes up, and it is swatted away out of bounds. And Guerin Catholic will maintain possession, trailing by 5.
Melendez played very well coming off the bench, only a sophomore. When he came in against Park Tudor, gave him valuable minutes. A guy can rebound. He can score as well.
House has it. Swings it. Back up top, Melendez. House looks. Off the screen comes Sorensen, one-on-one. Left-handed dribble drive. Tries to find a teammate. He finally does, and House swings it right back. 3-ball in the air, off the rim, no good, and Cardinal Ritter off and running on the Benny Smith rebound. Pushes it forward, looking for a hop. It's stolen. Sorensen down court, deflected right back to him, and Guerin Catholic will try to set up an offensive set, and we got a blocking foul up top. This time it's Benny Smith.
Hey, give Robert Sorensen credit. Misses the three-pointer, hustles down the floor, gets the steal, gets back into the offense, gets the foul on Smith, his second. That's just plain good hustle there by Sorensen.
So House throws it into Sorensen. Sorensen one-on-one, swings it to the left side. That's Morans. 3-ball off the rim, no good. And the rebound controlled by the Raiders. Dishes it off for the 3. Launched in the air by Brown, off the rim, no good. Guerin Catholic with the rebound. They'll go quick. Dribble drive here by Morans. Swings it back up to the top. House has it. He finds Sorensen. Sorensen lefty dribble, switches to his right. Mid-range jumper, short, no good. Ball deflects to Cardinal Ritter. Smith has it. Smith kicks it over. 3-ball in the air, off the rim, no good. That one by high ball. And Guerin Catholic now pushing the tempo.
I think that's exactly what Guerin wants them to do. Shoot the 3 as much as they can. Unable to get it to the basket is really the key there. But a couple of shots. I think Brown probably shot a little bit quick on the last possession.
So Sorensen finds House down low, up and under. Layup is good. A nice move there by Josh Holba to get the bucket. He's got 4 points on the afternoon.
When he gets down low and he seals you off, as I said earlier, it's hard to get around him, and did a great job just making sure he was getting inside position.
17-14 Ritter with the lead and the ball. Smith has it. Dribble drive, kicks it back out. Finds Stevenson. Stevenson, the hop, steps into a 3 and rattles it in. 3-point basket. Pushes the lead to 6, the largest lead of the contest for Cardinal Ritter. Hop knocks down the 3.
Excellent job drawing the defense in. They went to double down low, and a good kick out for the 3.
Sorensen, lefty dribble. He's double teamed, thinks twice about it, swings it back up to Melendez. Melendez looks for a screen. Hands it off to House. House, dribble drive. Finds Sorensen. Sorensen up and under, layup. Makes it look easy off the glass and good. And it's 20-16. Guerin Catholic will take a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:41 remaining here in the first half. Cardinal Ritter with a 20-16 lead. You're watching high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Three minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Ritter with a 20-16 lead over Guerin Catholic here on IndianaSRN. Tony and Troy have you covered here this evening. Aspen Creek Grill. Feel like treating someone special to a delicious meal from Aspen Creek Grill. Next time you come in for dinner, buy some gift cards to share with your friends. Aspen Creek Grill has great food. Be sure to try our Pow Wow Shrimp. Aspen Creek is located in Noblesville, Indiana. We get a little help from our friends down here, Troy?
Yeah, an Ohio State fan.
Oh, boy. Did he give you some props for your Michigan
He
here?
did, yes. It was very nice.
All of a sudden, we start seeing more and more Michigan fans.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
With the victory today. Ritter with the basketball up 20-16. Hop throws to the right side, and it'll go out of bounds. So Cardinal Ritter turns it over out of the timeout. Guerin Catholic trailing by 4. Good back-and-forth pace here. Cardinal Ritter has done a great job of staying in their tempo. Guerin Catholic expected to slow it down here, but Chandler likes to run and gun, as we see.
Well, he will, but he wants to get to the basket as well. This is the inside game. Holba can really hurt you down low.
Holba with the power dribble and the silky smooth finger roll around the rim and in. Cuts the lead in half. It's now 20-18. Hop has it. Looks like Guerin Catholic going to go to zone defense here, a little 2-3 zone to try to spice things up on the defensive side of the basketball for the Eagles of Guerin Catholic.
You know, I was listening to Coach Williams talk to his team during that last timeout, trying to keep them engaged, trying to keep them into this game. Don't let this half-court defense for Guerin bog you down because they want to run as much as they can. Got to stay focused.
Robinson has it, dishes it back off, gets it right back. It's deflected, blocked underneath by Sorensen, and Guerin Catholic will look to tie or take the lead here, trailing by 2. Parker has it down low. Melendez uses his shoulder, powers through, misses, grabs his own rebound, and it's an over-the-back foul on Terry Robinson, the freshman. So a nice move there by Melendez. Doesn't get the layup to go, corrals the rebound, and he'll go to the line here for the 1-and-1, as that is Cardinal Ritter's 7th foul here of the first half with 3:26 remaining.
You know what makes this Guerin Catholic team a hard guard when they put Parker outside at 6'4", Moran's outside at 6'7", and they both can shoot the three.
Yeah.
It's a hard guard to go out there and get them, and now we're going to see Moran's come back in. So there's some matchup problems there.
So Melendez misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and the ball is grabbed out of the sky by the big man. That's Josh Holba. It'll be a tie-up, and the possession arrow favors Guerin Catholic, so they will hang on to the basketball. Parker will inbound it, and as you mentioned, checking back into the game at 6'7", Dylan Morantz. Morantz has it, swings it back up to Chandler. Chandler looks to set something up. Goes down low to Morantz. Morantz power dribble, skies through the air, double pump and in, and we're tied at 20 with 3:14 remaining.
Yeah, he's just so tough. You can't block that shot. He's got so much length. Gets that ball up, releases at the top of his jump. Just a very, very good player inside and out.
High ball to Hop. Hop back over to high ball, right back to Hop. Swings it to the left side. Power dribble. Dishes it back out. 3 ball into the air for high ball. Off the rim, no good. And another rebound hauled in by Josh Holba. Guerin Catholic will push the tempo. Driving to the lane, up with the right hand is Sorensen. And Guerin Catholic takes the lead back with a quick 6-0 run. We'll take it with them. You're listening and watching the high school basketball here on IndianaSRN.
I guess that.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Don't forget to download the app, IndianaSRN, and check out the upcoming schedule of high school basketball games. Boys and girls across the state of Indiana. Tony and Troy have you covered here. IndianaSRN, Ritter, and Guerin Catholic. Troy, out of that last time out, a quick 6-0 run for Guerin. They find themselves back in the lead by 2.
Well, Coach Williams got his team together and said, show me you want to play. Mm-hmm. And that's a really big key there. You can't have lapses where you let another team back in. If you have a chance to put a dagger in them, you do it as quickly as you can. But give Guerin credit. Their starters came back in. They're more focused.
So bonus the rest of the way here for Guerin Catholic as they missed the front end of the first 1-and-1. Melendez missed the free throw. So we'll see if they look to attack the rim a little bit more than what they have so far. Hop swings it over to Highball. Highball looks to Brown. Brown back to Hop. Hop, right-handed dribble. 3-ball in the air. Looks good off the back rim. No good from from Brown. And Guerin Catholic will look to push and add to their lead.
Yeah, it was Holba again, but then he turns it over.
Holba turns it over, stolen by Brown. Brown up and under, he's fouled. And one, put him on the line. Back tied at 22 points apiece with the and one coming.
Well, that is their game. We talked about it. They want to get down the floor. They want transition points. They turn a turnover into points. And the one thing about it is if you're going to be Guerin Catholic, don't let them get the ball in the passing lane because that's exactly what Brown did, and he's able to finish at the other end.
I believe that's a quick 7 points as he misses the and one. 7 points for Brown. He made that 3 early in the contest. Guerin Catholic with the basketball, down by 1. Step back jumper, splash by Lucas Parker. Hard to guard that when he's got the length.
Yeah, Parker had 3 threes, very key threes against Park Tudor. Really good outside shooter.
So Ritter has the ball, looking to break this 2-3 pressure. Hopped has it, swings. Brown into the corner, finds Johnson. Hop back up top, swings it to Highball. Highball looks for a screen, dribbles it back over, dishes it to Hop. Minute 30 to go in the first half. Smith drives, dishes it back out. Highball has it. Shot in the air, no good by Niebout, and Guerin Catholic looking to add to their 1-point advantage with 1:10 remaining.
Well, that 2-3 zone's working because they are forcing Ritter to shoot it from the outside, and that's how Guerin's going to win this game, if they can force more shots from the perimeter.
Down to Holba. Holba turnaround, sky hook, and he is fouled by Johnson to go to the line to shoot 2. So Josh Holba, we've seen that silky smooth touch so far. He'll go to the line here for 2.
Yeah, 6 points tonight. First trip to the free throw line, but had a couple of very key rebounds moments ago. Just love his ability to work those feet inside. He's got nice light feet for as big as he is. And again, just when you take up that much space, you're a hard guard all the way around.
First free throw off the back iron, no good. Ref Reps is designed in partnership with numerous state high school associations, helping officials to hone their skills and promote unity in the officiating world. Ref Reps is for the new official as well as a seasoned veteran. Contact us at refreps.com. Second free throw up, rattles it home, and good. Guerin Catholic pushes their lead to 2 as Alba puts in his 7th point of the evening.
Yeah, he gets a much-deserved break, too, because he worked really hard in several possessions.
Hop has it, dribbles out of it, as Chandler gets away with a foul. Here's a kick back out, and Hop will reset the offense with under 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ritter has the basketball. Dribble drive by Highball. Kicks it back to Hop. Hop swings it to Brown. Brown back to Hop. taking their time here, and they're going to look for maybe one shot here to end the half with 30 seconds to go. Back up top, a reset. Hop has it. He's got a man down low. Dishes it down. Double team. Ball's deflected, and it'll stay with Cardinal Ritter. So they're looking for the last shot here, Troy, with 23 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, tough call right in front of the Guerin Catholic bench. You better make sure of that one.
So Hop will inbound it, swings it over. Brown has it, back up top, back to Hop. Hop and high ball going back and forth, and back and forth.
Yeah, well, who are you going to set it up to? Who do you want to shoot this?
10 seconds to go. Hop has the basketball. It is deflected. It's going to be a foul. Foul called on Chandler with 9.6 seconds remaining.
Well, that's not a bad foul. It's only number 5, so nobody goes to the free throw line, and now Ritter has to reset, kind of figure out who they're going to go to take this last shot.
High ball has it, 7 seconds. He's met by Sorensen. 3 seconds on the clock. Gets a screen, tries to get out of it, runs over the defender, fires a 3 off the rim, and no good. So no foul called there, and that's how the first half will end. After 16 minutes of play, it is the home Guerin Catholic Eagles with a 25-23 lead over Cardinal Ritter. Troy, back and forth. Lots of tempo. Basketball's a game of runs. We've seen Cardinal Ritter go on a run. We've seen Guerin Catholic go on a run. But back and forth, no separation here in this first half.
Yeah, and what was interesting about that is I think that the chess matches being played right now, Ritter wants to get out and run. Their success is going to be from getting to the rim and perhaps getting an and one. On the other side, Guerin has been able to get into the half-court offense, but they've been also able to hit the outside shot. Their starters went and sat down, and we talked about that with Coach Allen. They weren't playing defense, and they weren't communicating. Once he sat them down, they came back in. They started to play much better. I thought Sorensen played well, wasn't hitting the outside shot as much, but was able to get to the rim a couple of times. And then, of course, Josh Holba, he played well in that second quarter, got some key offensive rebounds. And you saw Dylan Moran's, what he can do inside and outside. Now, Chandler had 6 in the opening quarter, did not score in that second quarter. I would anticipate at some point they're going to try to get him more involved in the offense in the second half.
Got a great halftime show coming up for you. We'll look back at the first half stats and more. At recess is Guerin Catholic, the 25-23 lead over Cardinal Ritter. You're watching high school basketball right here on IndianaSRN.
The Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles have 2 new sponsors for their webcast this year. Tommy McScarry with Berkshire Hathaway and Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group.
I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy McScarry. And any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar.
Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I've seen mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes, in this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
I'm Mary. Welcome to Guerin Catholic High School. Many people believe that we're just like any other school, but I'm here today to show you that we're not. At Guerin Catholic, we are family. Now I know that sounds crazy, right? How can a school be like a family? Well, it all starts with St. Theodore Guerin herself. Her charisms inspire us every day. She's been praying for us since before the school was built, before we were even born. On one of her many resting places, it says, "I sleep, but I watch over the house that I have built." As a student, it's so inspiring to know that we have our own saint in heaven praying for us every day. But if you really want to understand what Guerin Catholic's all about, there's a lot more you need to know about us, starting with who we are. Mother Guerin also has some advice for the teachers. She says, love the children first, then teach them. It is these wise words that inspires our teachers to motivate students and look for the best ways to meet each student where they are. You might think with all this love, academics might not be important, but there is nothing further from the truth. It is because of our faith in seeking the truth that we aspire to know all that we can know. But we can't stop there. We have to know how to...
Back here from Guerin Catholic High School, where the home Eagles hold on to a 25-23 lead at halftime. High school basketball on IndianaSRN, and one of our great supporters, Pat Cherry Insurance Agency. Pat joins us. Pretty good, entertaining first half there, and the home team finds himself on top. But lots of tempo there in that first half.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys having me on board. You guys do a great job here for the young guys. And, we got a tight ball game here.
317-894-7000, Pat Cherry Insurance Agency. Talk about business and what you can do for some of our listeners out there.
Well, we are a full-service insurance agency offering property and casualty insurance as well as life and health. Been around for 30 years and have lots of experience with my staff. We're all licensed, and we're an independent insurance agency, which means we actually work for the client. Have no loyalty to any of the insurance carriers. We find the best coverage for you at the rate that you can afford within your budget.
And so it's that kind of personal care and that personal touch that really means the difference and allows Pat Cherry Insurance Agency to go over the top for their customers.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about Guerin Catholic and the community here. I mean, it's been a great day. Doubleheader, girls team with a big win. Guys trying to cap it off here. But a great crowd coming off of Thanksgiving, which sometimes, can be tough. But coming off the Thanksgiving holiday, we've seen some great basketball and a great environment here at Guerin Catholic High School.
Yes, just the second game of the season here. We got some things we have to work through, it looks like. And but we have an energetic young group of kids that will come together, and I think as the season goes on, we're going to get better and better.
Pat, talk about your connections here at Guerin Catholic and what brings you out here this evening.
Well, I've been part of Guerin Catholic now for 3 years. My son, Jack Cherry, is a junior here, and it's the junior class here is phenomenal, or Guerin Catholic as a whole is a phenomenal school, a faith-based school, great education program with the trimesters here. And there's about 750 students, so it's a close-knit group, and you feel like you're truly part of a family. And that atmosphere here is pretty awesome.
Pat Cherry Insurance Agency, we suggest you contact his team for all of your insurance needs, whether it's family, car, business, and home. An insurance company to serve you. Contact him today, 317-894-7000. Pat, thank you so much for joining us here at halftime, and best of luck, and thank you for your support of high school basketball here on IndianaSRN.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Take care. All right, we'll be back with stats from the first half and second half action. You're watching high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, Become a role model for our young student athletes. Earn extra money and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We want to thank Pat Cherry for joining us here at halftime from Guerin Catholic High School, where Guerin Catholic holds on to a 25-23 lead over Cardinal. Ritter, Tony, and Troy with you here, IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media channels and like and subscribe on YouTube to get up to date with all the high school sports action we have coming up here. As Troy, we turn the calendar later on next week to the month of December, and we start to ramp up basketball in the state of Indiana on the high school level. Speaking of being ramped up, Troy, what a first half. We saw a lot of back and forth action. Cardinal Ritter ran it, got up to about a 6-point lead. Guerin Catholic answered back there at the end of the first half.
Well, and adjustments will be made at halftime. They always are. Ritter wants to get to the hoop, and they didn't get to the hoop as much in that second quarter as they did in the first quarter. On the other side, Guerin ran that 2-3 zone. I thought it was very effective. It kept Ritter to the outside, made them actually shoot some shots they probably didn't really want to shoot at times. I can take Brown as one of those examples. Number 30, Savion Brown, who shot one from this right wing, who you could kind of tell when he shot it, probably shot it too quickly. So let's see what adjustments are made early. If Guerin can continue to do what they're doing, use their size down low would be a big key. If Ritter can get out in fast break, they're going to score more points. I think that's the biggest key for them tonight.
So Hopped with the basketball, Cardinal Ritter, the first possession of the second half. Swung back up top to Brown. Brown dishes it down low, left-handed layup off the backboard, no good. Rebound by Guerin Catholic. Troy, you got to have those gimmies down low.
Yeah, I had a little high-low action going right there, and once you get that, you got to make sure you finish, and when you don't, you're going to end up paying for it at some point.
Chandler out of a jam has it, dishes it off. Elbow screen, right-handed scoop and score there by the 6'7" Dylan Morans, and it's 27-23, the first points of the second half. Ritter with the basketball. Dribble drive, dish, kick out. Back up top, Hop swings it. Brown, 3-ball, no good, gets his own rebound. Thinks twice of it, dishes it out, and it is stolen by Chandler. Chandler, lefty layup, up and good. A quick 4-0 run to start the half here for Guerin Catholic.
Yeah, another turnover, 6 turnovers now by Ritter. And the one thing that you saw again, Brown shot that shot. That's exactly what Guerin wants them to do, shoot it from the outside.
Miller has it, finds Smith. Smith kicks it out to the left side. It's Brown back over to Miller. Miller back to Brown. Brown, his second three-point attempt of the third quarter. This one halfway down, spins out, and Sorensen grabs the rebound. He loses control of it. It is stolen by Cardinal Ritter. Smith has it, and there's a lot of contact. Smith is down, so is Parker. Leads to a fast break layup by Chandler. It's a 6-0 run, 4 of those points being scored by Guerin Catholic, and Cardinal Ritter will take a 30-second timeout. Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe is the new spot for breakfast or lunch, open Wednesday through Sunday. Try our classic breakfast and our sweet baked goods. Located in Lawrence, Indiana, Coach recommends the Sloppy Joe with extra pickles for a great lunch. Check out Tam's at 6427 Oak Landing Road. Carry out 317, it's on there twice, 317-760-1640. All right, Troy, quick 6-0 run here, 8-point lead, the largest for either team. Let's talk about some of those first half stats that we saw, though. A lot of guys getting up some points.
Yeah, when you look at the other side of Ritter, and they had 8 points by Benny Smith, you had 8 points by Brown, and then 4 points by Miller, 3 by Hoff. They had just 2 3-pointers in the first half. On the other side, Chandler finished with 6, 4 points by Sorensen, 7 by Holba. He had 5 of those in the second quarter. Morans had 6 points, and Parker ended up with 2. I look at contact on that last no call, and when an official generally doesn't call it there, it felt like it wouldn't make any difference in the play, but I thought maybe there was a lot of contact right there. Really, I felt maybe that Parker had good positioning right there, and the dribbler was out of control. That's one I might have went ahead and called a charge on that one, but it worked out for Guerin because they got the turnover and the points.
Minute and a half gone by here in the third quarter. It's a 6-0 run out of the gates for Guerin Catholic. Double team down low. Miller tries to dribble. Smith tries to dribble out of it. He's going to be called for a travel. So another turnover here. And Guerin Catholic will look to capitalize with an 8-point lead, the largest for either side here in this contest. It's been a lot of Chandler so far. He's got a steal and 4 points to start the second half. Sorensen swings it. Dribble drive now Moran's. Moran's up off the glass and good. Uses that 6'7" frame to kiss it in off the glass.
Yeah, he's tough. I just like the way he plays the game. Really smooth at 6'7", can take it outside, can take it to the basket, as you saw right there.
So Ritter has it now, looking to answer. It's an 8-0 run. Miller swings it back to Hop. Hop finds Smith, gets away with the travel, kicks it back outside. Dribble drive, and he is fouled by Moran. Sportsmanship is the fair and generous behavior or treatment of others. Be a good sport and respect our coaches, players, officials, and the fans. IndianaSRN and the Indiana State Officials Associate knows sportsmanship begins with you. Inbound pass, Hop looking. Finally finds a man. That's Miller. Miller back to Hop. Hop back to Miller. Hop dishes it inside. 2-3 zone still here from Guerin. Troy, that kind of had wreaked some havoc on the offensive side of the basketball for Cardinal Ritter, and again here early in the second half doing the same.
Yeah, and the one thing, they're getting that ball down low, and once they get into the low post, the guy's getting double-teamed.
Dish out, Hop, 3, no good. Offensive rebound, corralled, up, no good, but Terry Robinson is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Well, I think that was a very good call right there, just from the standpoint he got a piece of the arm, and I know that some of the coaches for Guerin Catholic thought maybe that whistle was too late, but I'll tell you what, from an officiating standpoint, I don't mind a late whistle at all, as long as it's a correct whistle.
So Robinson to the line, first one in. That ends an 8-0 run to start the second half here for Guerin Catholic. First points on the board in the second half come with 5:13 remaining in the third quarter. It's now a 9-point lead for Guerin Catholic with the second free throw up, and this one is good. So an 8-point lead, Guerin Catholic with the basketball. Full court pressure here from Cardinal Ritter. Sorensen flips it back over to the point guard, Chandler. Chandler back to Sorensen. Sorensen back to Chandler. Chandler has it, dribble drive. He's got a lane up and easy. Off the window and good, and that pushes the lead back to 10 points as Chandler scores on the easy layup.
Yeah, he's so good at that, but again, no defensive pressure there at all, and they kind of fell asleep. No talking at the other end of the floor. They got to communicate better than that.
Hop has it. Hop swings it back over to Smith. Benny Smith, left-handed drive, left-handed one-hander, and that one's good. That'll cut the lead back down to 8.
Well, it took them nearly 4 minutes to get their first basket here in the third quarter.
Guerin Catholic trying to break the defensive pressure. It's a 2-3 zone now. Chandler, pump fake, swings it over, left side, 3-ball by Moran's, nothing but the bottom of the net, ring it up, and it's an 11-point advantage for Guerin Catholic, their highest of the evening.
Well, no doubt about it. We talked about Moran's earlier. He can go to the inside, he can go outside, and he's proven it again. He's just so tough of a player offensively.
And a 3-ball here to try to answer by Benny Smith is short, and Guerin Catholic has it, looking to push this 11-point lead. Chandler with the ball, right-handed dribble, left-handed dribble, loses control, and it's stolen away, and Ritter will push it. Hopt has it, wide open, look at it, 3 steps into it, off the back rim, no good. Ball deflected, batted down to Benny Smith, but it's going to be a foul on Miller as Miller knocked down Holba. That'll be the third foul committed here in the third quarter for Cardinal Ritter.
Well, the opposite side official made that call. I think it was a good call. There was contact there against Holba. Yeah, I know that a lot of the coaches over here for Ritter thought maybe it was another late whistle. But you can't let this thing get out of control.
Moran's has the ball all the way coast to coast, up and under, spins it in and good. He's got 17 on the night, and the lead is pushed to 13, and Cardinal Ritter will take a timeout. So the Dylan Moran show continues He's got 17 on the 360 spin. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him with 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Guerin 40-27 over Cardinal Ritter.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Guerin Catholic High School. IndianaSRN Saturday night basketball sees Guerin Catholic on top 40-27. We see the replay here. Morans goes coast to coast with the spin move for the layup. He's got 15, and it's been all Guerin Catholic here in the third quarter, Troy.
Yeah, and it has. And, it's always how you finish a half and how you start a half. And the way that Guerin has started this half is exactly what they talked about coming out of the locker room. Let's play very good defense. Let's force them to shoot from the outside. Let's rebound. Let's do everything we need to do to get a big lead. And on the other side, Ritter now's got to think, all right, guys, we got to get back into this. Got to be one basket at a time. Let's don't settle for that outside shot.
So Hop has it, looks for Brown. Brown dishes it inside to Smith. Back up top to Hop. 2-3 zone shown here for Guerin.
Yeah, but look at Morans. He's on the top. That's going to be tough because it's 6'7". You got to shoot over him.
Long and lengthy. We got to travel on the floor. So a quick first step there by Highball, and he's called for the travel. But yeah, again, it's tough to throw those. In order to break a 2-3 pressure like that, you need to look for the cross-court passes. It's hard to do that when the guy in the middle is 6'7".
Yeah, it's tough, and you still have Holba in the ball game. Well, actually, he's not in the ball game, but you brought in Parker to use his length, and he's about 6'5", so that's really tough to do.
Sorensen finds Parker, and we got a whistle on the play. I think we have a clock issue with 3:10 remaining here in the third quarter, so it'll be a clock issue. They'll get that reset, and Guerin Catholic will have the basketball with a 13-point advantage. It's been all Guerin Catholic here in the third quarter. Sanders has it. Sanders back up top to Morans. Morans has 15 points here this evening. Melendez has it, swings it. Parker dribble drive. Melendez has it up and under. He is hit, no good, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
I like Melendez, only a sophomore. He played well the other night against Park Tudor. Gives him really good energy and does a nice job able to post up down low. By the way, Ritter, 9 turnovers here tonight. You think, that's only 9, but they've been some really key turnovers.
Yeah, and it's been all Guerin Catholic here in this third quarter. They had a 2-point lead at half at 25-23. So it's a 15-4 run to start this third quarter with 2:50 remaining in the period.
Yeah, you look at the last 2 quarters, you've only seen 4 made baskets so far by Ritter after that very good opening quarter of play.
Melendez knocks it in, and it's a 14-point advantage, the highest of the evening. Yeah, we saw Ritter in that second quarter go on a 6-0 run to take a 4-point lead, but from there on out, it has been all Guerin Catholic, especially here in this third quarter. Hop has the ball for Ritter, dribbles all the way in, dishes it down low on the bounce pass, and it's converted by Benny Smith. So Benny Smith with the bucket.
Yeah, Smith got that inside position on Morans, and there really wasn't anything Morans could do because he didn't want to pick up number 3.
Mekhi Campbell into the basketball game for the first time here for Cardinal Ritter. Quick jump shot by Sanders, top of the key, and he banks it in. The bank is open for Sanders, and it's 43-29. Ritter will try to break that 2-3 pressure. Ball swung to Campbell. Campbell looks for Hop. Hop, the point guard. Stutter steps, looks, dishes it. Has Smith. Smith lowers his shoulder, and he will be fouled. Foul committed there by Morans on the reach-in. 2:03 remaining here in the third quarter. Again, wanted to thank Pat Cherry for joining us here at halftime. Pat Cherry Insurance Agency. Check them out, 317-894-7000. Hopped on the inbound. Looking, throws it up, and it is snagged out of the air by Benny Smith. Smith back up top. Brown has it. Brown finds Campbell. Campbell dishes it down low to Smith. Smith, the lefty, goes up, and he is fouled. With a minute 50 to go, he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
You notice that Guerin has really extended that zone about a step every time, too. They're really challenging Ritter to shoot that ball from the outside, and there's just no inside presence right now for Ritter, so it's kind of, not saying an easy guard, but it makes it a little bit easier knowing there's no entry pass to go to.
Yeah, and you can see as the free throw goes in, the look on hot face, the point guard, just the frustration of trying to be able to break out of this 2-3 zone that Guerin Catholic has shown them. So the free throw up and good, cuts it to a 13-point advantage for Guerin Catholic with the second free throw to come. Substitutions here for Guerin Catholic as Melendez checks out and the starter Josh Holba checks back in. Free throw off the front of the rim, rolls around, and good. It's a 12-point lead. Chandler with the basketball for Guerin Catholic with a minute 45 remaining in the third quarter.
That is Smith with his free throws, now leading scorer for Ritter with 14.
Little man one-on-one coverage. Diving on the ground for the basketball was Johnson. Doesn't get it. Now it's back down, up and in, and one. Put him on the line. And a great scoop and score there by Ty Sanders.
Sanders, 6'2", senior, saw the opening, did the right thing, just took that thing, put his head down, went right strong to the basket.
And it seems like whenever Cardinal Ritter in this contest has gotten a little bit of momentum, there's always been an answer for Guerin Catholic as they lead now by 14. The free throw up and good. They lead by 15, 46-31, as Giannis Niebout will check back in for Cardinal Ritter. The Raiders with the basketball. Hop has it. He's played the entire third quarter so far. Left-handed dribble, swings it to Smith. Smith down low, deflected. This one stolen by Sanders. Sanders brings it back out. Finds up top Parker. Parker swings to Sorensen. Back over to Sanders. Sanders finds Parker, who finds Chandler. Chandler, left-handed dribble drive, kicks it back out. Pump fake by Sorensen. Back to Chandler. Under a minute to play here in the third. Chandler has it. Alba sets the screen. Swings it back over. 3 ball in the corner. Sorensen short. Offensive rebound. And he is fouled. So hopped. Had him by the arm. Lucas Parker is fouled, and Guerin Catholic will hold on to possession, leading by 15 with 49 seconds to go.
Yeah, I thought there were 2 good possessions there. Guerin came down. There was nothing on the opening fast break. Went back out, reset it off of the other entry pass. There was nothing there. They reset it again, got a really good look on the 3 and able to get it back. I think it was a really good 2 possessions for Guerin.
So Chandler looks over, gets the signal from Coach Bobby Allen, swings it back over. Parker has it down low. Right hand scoop, no good. And Josh Holba with the miss, and he will be charged with the foul. And Cardinal Ritter will have it more than likely here, Troy, looking for the last shot of the quarter.
How about Holba, the little jump hook in the lane?
Silky
old
smooth.
School. Yeah.
Silky smooth.
Looked like Dan Issel.
He knows where his high percentage shots are and to rebound. And he will be charged for a second straight foul here as Benny Smith lowers the shoulder, goes up and gets fouled, took one across the chin. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Holba needs to move back to the inside, force him back out a little bit more, not let him have that position that he did, because Smith is a little bit quicker than he is, and Holba just did what he could do, and that's fouling.
Smith has 4 points, all coming here in the quarter. First free throw up and good. He's got 5 on the evening, all 5 coming here in this third period as Holba checks out and Morans checks back in.
Morans will have to be careful, has 3 fouls.
So 6 points on the board for Benny Smith, all here in the third quarter. It's a 13-point lead. Guerin Catholic outscoring Cardinal Ritter by 11 here in the third quarter. 10 seconds to go. Swing pass to Sorensen. Sorensen, right-handed power dribble, lowers the shoulder, dishes it off. Great pass, and it's blocked. Great pass to Parker. Parker tried to go up with his left hand, and he was blocked with 2 seconds to go here and Guerin Catholic will take a quick 30-second timeout. Jack's Donuts has great donuts made and served fresh every day, plus great tasting coffee. Stop by Jack's Donuts at 9105 East 56th Street or at Jack's in your neighborhood. Jack's Donuts, the official donut of IndianaSRN. Troy, it's been all Guerin Catholic here in the third quarter. 20-second timeout here, 2 seconds left in the period. What are you drawing up here?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If I can get something to the basket, I will.
Yeah.
And when you have Moran's in the lineup, if you have Parker in the lineup, two guys that can slash to the basket, I'd certainly look for those guys. And maybe you want to finish it out with a three. I got to go back to Parker. When he received that pass, if he would have gone up on the right side, he would have been protected by the rim right there instead of trying to go with the reverse layup. But that's something I'm sure he'll look at sometime down the road. You want to use that rim anytime you can to be a protector and get yourself an easy two. But again, you have just a couple of seconds here to work something. It's got to be pretty quick.
So Sorensen has the inbound. 2 seconds. Quick screen, looking. Corner pass over to Parker. Parker fires a three and drills it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. A great play there. And it's a 16-point advantage as we've reached the end of the third quarter. Guerin Catholic all over Cardinal Ritter in that third quarter. They push the advantage to 49-33. You're watching high school basketball on IndianaSRN. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
No.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
So Guerin Catholic will have the basketball to start the fourth quarter. It was all Guerin Catholic, 49-33. A big third quarter there for the Eagles as we start the fourth quarter here. Guerin with a 49-33 advantage. Tony and Troy with you here from IndianaSRN. Quick dish down low, up and in. A nice bucket to start the quarter. Moran's has 17 on the evening. But Troy, let's go back. All Guerin Catholic in the third quarter as Hop tries to answer back, no good, and Guerin Catholic controls the rebound.
We'll give you an idea of how tough it's been over the last two quarters for Ritter. They had 6 field goals in the first period, only 5 total in the next two quarters. On the other side, Guerin Catholic had 10 field goals alone in the third quarter. And when you are trading free throws for buckets, it's awful hard to win a game.
So Moran's with his 17th point of the evening, and a 5-second call here as Hop was looking for somebody open. Nobody was. He gets called for a 5 seconds. So another turnover here by Cardinal Ritter, and some of these turnovers have just been increasingly costly for Cardinal Ritter.
Yeah, 11 turnovers now. I'll go back if I can. You had a three-pointer by Brown. Hop had a three-pointer in the first half. Since then, that 2-3 zone, there is nothing the Raiders have been able to do to solve that 2-3 zone to get them an easy look. Everything's been a real grind from the outside for Ritter.
Ritter shows full court pressure. Chandler breaks it. Dish down, deflected, and stolen away by Benny Smith. Benny Smith with the basketball, still looking. Dishes it to the left side. It's Campbell. Campbell back to Smith, and Smith rings up a three to cut it to a 51-36 deficit with 7 minutes to play here in the contest. Full court pressure here. Hop with the double team. Now numbers for Guerin Catholic on a 5-on-4. Chandler slows up the tempo. Left-handed dribble drive, looks for a screen. Up and under, dishes it back up top. Finds Sorensen. Sorensen fires a 3. Off the back rim, no good. And now Ritter will push it. Benny Smith has it around the back, and he'll be tripped up, and he'll fall to the ground and will be fouled. So that, I believe, is the 7th foul on Guerin Catholic. If you're going to get back into this basketball game, Troy, it's going to be doing so, getting to the free throw line, putting points up on the board with no time running off. So we'll have a 1-and-1 here for Cardinal Ritter.
Yeah, and they've actually been pretty decent at the free throw line. If I look back on this, I don't think they've missed a free throw yet. Only problem is you're going to have to shoot a lot of them. They've 3, 5, 7. They're 9 of 9 from the free throw line. Only problem is, again, you're going to have to shoot a ton of them here.
The old announcer jinx. The 1-and-1 for Benny Smith. Up, nothing but the bottom of the net. Good. He had 6 points in the third quarter. 4 of those did come from the free throw line. Now 10 for 10 on the evening for Ritter as they substitute Brown in, and Hop, the starting point guard, will get a bit of a breather here with just under 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Smith, second free throw up, around the rim, no good. So now 10 of 11 from the free throw line for Ritter.
You know, the other thing is now, Tony, how many possessions do you have left in 6.5 minutes if Guerin decides to run a little clock, which they didn't that time?
Chandler with the shimmy shake, step back jumper, no good. Benny Smith on the run, deflected out of bounds, and it'll stay with Cardinal Ritter. So it's been pretty much here in the second half the Benny Smith show. He's got 7 points, 6 coming in that third quarter. Oh, Benny Smith has 20 points, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, 6 came in that third quarter. He's got a free throw here in the fourth quarter. You got to go quick here. Quick 3 by Smith. Steps into it. Lefty 3. Splashes it home to cut it to 11. Full court pressure here for Ritter. House breaks it. Gets it across the timeline. Finds Sorensen up top. Sorensen looks to slow it down a little bit. Dishes it back off on the handoff to Morans. He goes up, and he is fouled. So Morans will go to the free throw line, but a nice little push here over the last 2 minutes to start the period as Cardinal Ritter has cut it to an 11-point game.
Yeah, you know what, and I like it from a standpoint that Ritter they just keep putting the pressure on, and that's going to help them. It's also going to help Guerin, too. They end up in a situation in a close game where they have to make free throws like right now, where they're going to have to play a little more controlled in the half court. They know the pressure is going to be there. How will they handle that pressure?
So Moran's first free throw spins out. Second on the way. This one goes in. So a 12-point game and a quick timeout here called by Guerin Catholic. A little bit of a run for Cardinal Ritter. It's a full timeout. We will take it with them. You're watching high school basketball here on IndianaSRN. Give me some, Cardinal Ritter, give me some of their totals points-wise.
Morans has 18.
Hold on. 18, okay.
Chandler has 12.
Yep.
Holba has 7.
Yep.
5 by Parker. 4 by Sorensen.
5 by Parker.
Yeah.
4 by Sorensen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Melendez has 1.
So Miller has the basketball here for Cardinal Ritter. They've cut the lead to 12. It's been as much as 17 here in the fourth quarter. Under 6 minutes to go. We thank you for tuning in tonight to high school basketball on IndianaSRN. Benny Smith has it. He's got 23 points. Right-handed dribble. Takes some contact, and he goes down hard as Holba commits the foul. And Benny Smith goes down hard. He is up, and he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's got 23 points in the contest. And, Troy, if they're going to get back into this contest, we know it's going to be on the shoulders of Benny Smith, who has 23 points on the night.
Yeah, and the one thing about going in there, depending on who got him, it looks like they got Holba on the foul. That's going to be number 4. So at least you kind of send a little bit of a message. If you're going to bring it in, we're going to make sure you're going to earn it.
So Holba will check out of the game as the free throw goes in. Melendez will check back in. And for the first time since early in that third quarter, Cardinal Ritter with a chance to cut it to 10. Smith's free throw. Pure. 12 of 13 on the night for Cardinal Ritter from the free throw line. Smith has 25. Defensive pressure is picked up in the backcourt, and Guerin Catholic settles in now with the basketball. That's Sorensen. He's got 4 points. Looks for a screen. Defensive pressure here picked up by Miller. Morans has it. Swings. Back up top. Parker. Parker dishes it. Free ball in the air. Short. And Cardinal Ritter on the run. Dishes it up court. That's Miller. Miller goes in for the layup, and they've cut it to 8 with 5 minutes to go. Full court pressure here. Here's the inbound. Morans looks, gets it in. 5 minutes to play. And it's a turnover. So the momentum's shifting to Cardinal Ritter. They've cut it to 8.
Yeah, take a look at that. Was the takeaway and the basket right there. The game is now sped up, and I know that Malcolm Howes is coming out of the ball game. That pressure he didn't handle very well and made a really costly error in that last possession. So now you got to settle everybody down. Everything's okay.
Power dribble drive, dished back out. Benny Smith has it. Pump fake. He's got 25 on the night. Swings it back up. Thinks twice. Swung over to Campbell. Campbell looking. He finds Brown. Brown. Right side. Miller. Miller. Smith. Smith finds Brown. Brown's 3 off the back of the rim. No good. That would have been huge, Troy. That would have cut it to 5.
I still don't think he's the one you want shooting the 3. He has not had a good night. He had the 1-3 early, and that's been it. But if you're Guerin Catholic, you forced them back into a shot they really didn't want to take.
And you got to slow it up here as Chandler dribble drive, steps back out. And Parker thinks twice about the 3, and they will reset with Sorensen. Sorensen, handoff to Chandler. Chandler slowing the tempo down, trying to break some of that Cardinal Ritter momentum. Chandler swings over, dishes. Melendez up, under, power dribble, off the glass, and good. It's back to a 10-point lead.
Melendez didn't worry about the block. He just took it up strong.
Benny Smith has it. He has 25. He's got the lane, drives. Off of his foot, finds Adams. Adams has it. Kicks over to Smith from the corner. Looks to swing it. He can't. Back up top, Brown has it. Brown finds Miller. Miller dribble drive, hangs in the air, floating jump shot, good. And it's an 8-point lead.
That's a great shot.
We'll see what kind of pressure they give Guerin. It'll be a 4-court press. 3:20 to go. Ritter still not in the bonus yet. They would have to foul twice to put Guerin on the line if they look to play the foul game. I think you play here for a turnover, see what they do.
They had the roll on Melendez. They missed him.
Morans has it. Fakes out Miller. Thinks twice about the drive. And it's back up to Melendez. Melendez, one dribble, looks, dishes it. Dangerously, Sorensen tries to drive through the lane. Power step, under pressure, and he throws it away, but Chandler is there to save it. And with 2:45 to go, Guerin Catholic will look to reset and move some time off of the clock. Sorensen has it. 8-point advantage. Sorensen not looking to drive as they slow it down. They're going to force Cardinal Ritter to say, you're going to have to foul us if you want this basketball back. And there is a reach-in foul. And that's just the 6th foul, so they'll have to foul one more time. Troy with 2:32 to go, trailing by 8. I think you have to go to the foul game here.
Well, and here's the other thing, too, Tony, is you're looking at a Guerin team that's all of a sudden playing out of sorts. They're trying to run a set, but it just seems like sometimes they feel a little discombobulated.
Yeah.
It's only the second game of the year, I understand that, but you got to play under control right now. Do not let that defense bother you the way they are right at this point.
So Chandler has the inbound, 2:20 to go. Dishes back off, up and under layup, no good. Melendez with the rebound, he's blocked, but it's going to be a foul This time charge to Josh Adams, who just checked into the basketball game. So that'll put Melendez on the line to shoot 2, where I believe he has already missed 1 from the line.
Yeah, he's 1 of 3.
1 of 3, so he's missed 2 from the line. He'll get 2 here to try to push us back to a double-digit lead.
You know, and if you're Coach Allen, you know, sometimes you just got to let your players play through it and see how they handle the pressure without it getting a timeout, because you're not always going to have a timeout available to you. And your guys, especially your seniors and your guys that have had a lot of varsity minutes, they're the ones who are going to have to take you down the stretch now.
So Melendez's first free throw is good, second on the way, and that is pure as well. That'll push it to a 10-point advantage, and I think the strategy here for Cardinal Ritter, go as fast as you can, get a bucket, and foul immediately.
Yeah, you got to work quick. There's not a whole lot of time to go half-court sets because, again, possessions are going to be at a premium the rest of the way.
2:18 to go. Miller has it, looking, finds Smith. Smith pump fakes again. He's got 25 on the evening. Here's the swing.
Taking too long.
Yep. Far side back to Smith. Smith's going to have to take it himself. Looks for somebody, dishes it. And they've taken 30 seconds off the clock, and it is to the dismay of Coach Derek Williams, who wanted a quick shot on that possession. 30 seconds have clicked off the clock in that possession with nothing. So we'll stay here as we have a full timeout. If you like what you see, please let us know. Email us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. If you'd like to help us get more student-athletes on the air, please go to our website, IndianaSRN.org. Hit the donate button on the screen. IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. Troy, 10-point advantage. If you're Guerin Catholic, you definitely want to play straight up. If you give up a 3 or you give up a 2, you give it up. You don't want to put them on the line. You want to contest it. But it's going to come down to, can you make your free throws, and can Cardinal Ritter continue to get buckets? You can't exchange buckets from here on out.
Yeah, and again, you just saw that right there, Tony. You made a great point. They just took too much time, and you think, well, what was 30 seconds? Well, 30 seconds isn't bad if you're back in the second or third quarter.
Yep.
But when you are down to crunch time, you need something within the first 10, 11 seconds.
Yeah.
At least get a shot off. They didn't even get a look that time. And so that's why their coach, Williams, is just frustrated with his team. I'm pretty sure he said, listen, guys, we got to shoot quick. And they just didn't do it. Now, here's the other thing. They're kind of afraid to shoot the outside shot because it just hasn't fallen for them consistently, so they'll get a ball, look, and think, well, should I shoot it or not? The toughest thing sometimes to do in basketball is decide, except for you, decide whether to shoot or pass.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that one for you is always shoot. So, but for the normal average player like me, you just didn't know whether to shoot sometimes.
Yeah. And I think what you got to do here coming to the timeout is ride your horse, right? And that's Benny Smith, 25 points. He will inbound the ball, so I would expect maybe to go right back to him after the inbound and look for a screen. As Hop tried to check in, he didn't get to the score stand in time. So here is the inbound. It'll go to Highball. Highball swings it. Miller has it. Miller right-handed dribble to the right side. Miller has it, fires a 3 off the back rim, no good. Rebounded, and I think he got a foul here, trailing by 10 with 1:35 to go.
Yeah, they got a one and done, and no offensive rebounding there at all, just too much size inside there for Guerin, and now they're going to run clock.
Yep, so clock will run here. Parker has it, swings it to Sorensen. Sorensen drives the lane, lowers the shoulder, thinks about it, kicks it back out wisely, and a dribble drive by Parker. He'll find Morantz. He'll try to go for it, and he will throw it away, deflected, but it'll stay with Guerin Catholic. I think you got a foul here. I mean, look, you probably should have done it 15 to 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Trailing by 10.
Well, on the other side, Guerin, if I'm Guerin, I just run a motion. I don't have to score again.
No.
Just run your motion offense and make them foul you. You don't have to even take it in the lane. Just work it outside and make them come after you.
So Chandler has it in the backcourt. They elect not to foul at the minute 10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ritter trailing by 10. Chandler takes it in, and he is stripped.
Ooh.
Wow. It looked pretty clean to me. That's okay. And that'll put Chandler on the line. Needed that foul anyway.
Yeah.
You would have liked it to maybe be a steal, obviously. But just not very good clock management when trailing here, as Chandler rattles the first free throw, the first of the 1-and-1, off the rim and in. And that pushes it to 11. So you got to be thinking threes the rest of the way here if you're Cardinal Ritter.
Well, I'm sure if they didn't get that foul right there, I think they were hoping they'd get a jump ball out of that possession. It would have gone to them, so that's reason why you maybe heard some of the groaning.
Hop dishes it to Miller. Miller travels in, and Benny Smith has it. He has 27 points. Guerin trying to break the pressure. They need to slow it down here. They will. They find Chandler. 10-point game, under 50 seconds to go. Looks like Cardinal Ritter going to elect to hang out. And Morans goes up, gets fouled. No call there, but the bucket is good. And it's back to a 12-point, 60-48 lead here for Guerin Catholic. Ritter has it. Benny Smith, 3-ball, short, rebound. That'll just about do it with 24 seconds to go. All Guerin Catholic will have to do is get it over the timeline, and this one will be sealed as Chandler has the basketball. Dribble drive, ball on the floor, and it's a scrum for it, jump ball, and the possession arrow will hand it back over to Cardinal Ritter. So just a little bit too much late there for Guerin Catholic. It was a nice run for Cardinal Ritter to get this thing back within 8 points. But Guerin Catholic did a great job of keeping their composure and controlling the basketball and the tempo. Really, Troy, throughout the second half.
Well, in that second and third quarter just killed Ritter. They just couldn't score, and the bottom line is, as you see another bucket right there by Smith, if you can't score, you can't win, and we documented it earlier. They just couldn't put buckets in, and that's just as simple as that.
Yep. So the final horn has sounded, and Guerin Catholic picks up the victory at home, 60-50 over Cardinal Ritter. We'll be back right after this with stats from the contest, our player of the game, and a quick sign-off. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back here from Guerin Catholic, where the home Eagles pick up a 60-50 win over Cardinal Ritter. Tony and Troy with you, IndianaSRN. Troy, your final thoughts, and give me a player of the game. You can pick one from both sides because we know that Benny Smith had a really big night here tonight for Cardinal Ritter.
Yeah, he had 29 points and really kept them in the ballgame. In fact, he was the guy who was scoring in the second half that kept him in it. So I would say for Ritter, he is their player of the game. On the other side, you had 20 by Morans unofficially. Chandler had 14, but I thought Morans really turned it on in the second half. 14 of his 20 in that second half of play. But the key was, again, second and third quarters, you saw a Guerin Catholic team, though they survived a late run by Ritter, they outscored them 36-18 in the second and third quarters, and that's the difference in the ballgame.
Yeah, it's been a great one tonight for Troy. And I'm Tony. Thank you so much to Jerry Collins and Keith Myers, all of our staff here at IndianaSRN, including Nick Lewis, everybody here from Guerin Catholic. Have a great rest of your – what was that? Eric Eatons, thank you so much for doing a great job on the camera here this evening. For everybody here at IndianaSRN, congratulations to Guerin Catholic on the 60-50 win. Check out IndianaSRN for more on all of our social media channels. Have a great one. How's it?